cut off.
All right, we are now live. I'm here for the new challenger North American Underdog tournament with Insight.
What's up, guys? How you doing today? Hope you're having a nice night.
And we are now going to end the check-in. I'll give it another 30 seconds. Anybody who's not currently checked in, make sure you hit that button.
Yeah, because 30 seconds is totally helpful, especially because I think the stream's on like a 1 minute delay or something.
It's usually only like 10 seconds, which means you have like 20 seconds probably, and I'm not counting, so...
And, you know, by the time we're done talking, you guys are screwed. So hope you're already ready. I mean, you should have been here a while ago, right?
Yep.
Check-in's been open for an hour, guys. Get your shit straight. Shit. What? Wait, what's this stream rated?
Who knows?
What can I say? I need to know. That's important. Am I allowed to curse? I do not know.
All right, so while we're waiting to process the check-in results, I'll let Insight talk a little bit for a second about our sponsors this season.
Yeah, what's up, guys? So this season, we're actually partnered with Matcherino. They're helping us, and there's no prize pool, I'm sure you all know. So instead, all the money coming from Matcherino is actually going to Child's Play. That's a charity where they give games to people, children, who are sick in hospitals, right? So that's really nice. And if you go on Matcherino with the code, what's our code? ZKRO, I believe. It should be in the...
That's the current code. It rotates every couple seconds so that you can't just save the code and use it once. You have to actually be live on the stream.
All right, yeah, but that'll be displayed on the slides. You can see it on your screen right there. It should be in the bottom right. Or the left, depending on what stream.
Right now it's up on the left side of the stream. When we're in the lobby, it'll be down in the lower right, and during game, it'll be, I believe, on the lower left.
All right, cool. And for those who don't know, Matcherino, with that code, that donates $1 free. You just go in, you type in the code, that just donates $1. You can also donate with your own pocket money, or you can buy some stuff on their store, and part of those proceeds, different depending on what you get, will also go to the donations, help out Child's Play, but you know, might as well right now, waiting for the tournament, just pull it up. Pull up Matcherino, give us that donation, just help the kids.
We also have some good merch you can buy on there if you're not into just giving away money for nothing. We also have shirts. There's Soylent on there, which is, I believe, is the coffee version. I haven't tried that one myself yet, but I have a friend who says it's amazing. I think there's a couple other things up there, isn't there?
There's also some random things that are like not... They're just Matcherino and video game related, you know?
Yeah, there we go. You can see on the stream right now some of the shirts going by and the Soylent.
So we're getting ready. For those of you who aren't in the know, this is NCH's Underdog tournament. NA region, that means NA only. We have an EU region as well. They do their own tournaments. They've already had 2 so far this season, but it is a season league. Right, so that means you're getting points for a playoffs at the very end of the tournament season. But we're starting off. Everyone's at ground zero, no points, seeing who can get a nice head start into the season. This is a cap tournament below 7,500. That means no platinums or above, helping the beginners out, especially with Arcade Edition. We got a lot of new players in the scene, and you know, we're ready to show them what's up.
All right, give me 1 second. I want to grab another window here, and then we will be good to go.
Now, not every game is going to be streamed, of course. I believe once we get to top 8 or top 6, we'll have time to stream everything. And everything's going to be best of 3 until top 3. That's winners finals, losers finals, grand finals. Those will be top best of 5. Get some exciting matches then, and that's when the real points start to matter.
That is correct. All right. I believe
currently we have how many people signed up for the tournament today, Reith?
Currently, it looks like 17 went and actually finished check-in. So the tournament now is live. We'll be starting round 1 in a moment. We just want to go over the rules real quick. It is capped. Like you said, only the final few here are going to be streamed every bracket, but we are streaming one every round. We have a lobby set up. So if you're looking at the brackets right now, let me switch to that screen. So if you're looking at the brackets either on stream or on Challenge right now, round 1 isn't fully filled in because there's sort of an odd number of people here. So round 2 and round 1 we're both counting sort of as round 1 here. So for the beginning of round 1 here, we need to pick a bracket that we're going to stream, or a match we're going to stream this round. Do you have eyes on a favorite right now?
Like I said, this is round 1, very first tournament. You know, we don't know anything about any of these people yet, and they're hoping to make a name for themselves.
So really, it's, I mean, I could roll a die or something, but it's going to be pretty much random even if we do pick.
One guy in the chat said, let's go enter Sanderman. He's the best. Everyone else is garbage. Oof.
I think he's a
Maybe we should
Zangief
enter
player.
Sanderman on chat. On stream. Sorry to Ragmuffin. Apparently you're garbage, but maybe you can show him up. We'll see what this guy in chat knows.
Speaking of Ragmuffin, if you can hear me right now, we need you in Discord as well. I was not able to connect that player to a Discord name, so unless they're watching the stream, I have no way to... Wait, looks like we have Ragmuffin in Discord now. Okay, so we're good there.
Oh, did you let people know? All right, by the way, guys, Rethan is solo TOing this as well as commentating, so he will have to hop off commentary and look at people, deal with issues throughout this.
All right, so let's do that one.
That
one sounds good. Let's do Enter Sandman and Ragmuffin for the stream match for round 1, and as soon as we get those guys in here, we are going to kick off round 1, and everybody else can pair off and play their matches. Let's see, Ragmuffin.
So yeah, make sure to call that out in the chat. If you can hear us right now, feel free to hop on in. We're going to send you those invites. And all the other players, you can feel free to start your matches. Just talk to each other on Discord, find out who's inviting who, and get those played. Try and save your replays, just to make sure in case anyone tries to dispute anything. I know we're all good people here, but just in case. You never know.
All right, I'll post a message here.
So just to say again, we're going to be seeing Enter Sanderman versus Ragmuffin. So round 1, winner side. They're here in the lobbies with us right now. Got to make sure we swap to that. So Rethan, if you can pull off the lobby, make sure they're 2 up.
All right, and I'm going to jump down in the lobby here.
Yeah, exactly. All right, cool. So it looks like Akuma from Ragmuffin and Zangief from Enter Sanderman. Now, of course, you know, this isn't character locked or anything like that. They can always choose their character. Character select screen is on. So we'll see if they actually stick with those.
All right, looks like
Ultra
we're ready to
Silver
go.
and Gold. So very close in skill level as far as rankings are saying.
Let's do this.
And don't forget to swap the view on the stream.
That's just swapped. I need to update the bracket label real quick.
Again, if none of you heard, go ahead and start your matches off stream, the rest of you.
Hopefully Capcom's going to cooperate with us. Looks like there might be a little delay starting here. Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
we've got the character select, we've got the date, because Capcom added a calendar to this thing.
Dude, it's fancy. It's worth it.
That's what we need.
Basic Akuma, but Zangief with the pink yellow camo. Boy looking clean. Offense, that's a classic Street Fighter mark. Every player is offensive in this game. Let's see what they got. This matchup This matchup's really interesting because Akuma controls neutral so well, but Zangief, big boy damage on tiny glass cannon health Akuma.
Yeah, I think the damage here is very interesting to see because Akuma's got a lot of damage, but so does Zangief, and Akuma doesn't really have the health to deal with Gief's damage if he can get in.
Another thing that's important to know is like at high level, right? You're gonna see Akuma playing so cleanly and so nicely that it's not that big of a deal. He still wins the matchup pretty handily. But here, when there's so many more mistakes, people just mess up or don't know what they're doing so many times. They don't know the matchup too well.
Yeah, we've got these players just going in this time.
Hey, they said they were offensive. Is that gonna kill? All right, not quite.
Oh, he managed to cancel out of the DP there with the V trigger.
Got that invincible free wake up. You know, just one bar, you get to play.
And it looks like first round is going to go to Ragmuffin there. That was back and forth the entire time.
That was nuts, man. This guy's got balls. What? He went for an overhead, a perfectly spaced overhead against a Zangief with some of the longest range normals in the game, with like no pressure or anything behind it. Just like, hey, you're not going to block this. He whiff punished with his overhead.
Seeing some very interesting neutral out of these players.
These guys are moving. Like, you might be surprised. These are Ultra Silver, Gold, right? You might be surprised to see that this is a level play here.
Yeah, these are definitely not rookie players. The cutoff here is actually up to Ultra Gold, so not everybody in this tournament is brand fresh new, but you shouldn't see any master level shenanigans here.
They are both running V-Trigger 1, so we're seeing what we're used to.
That was the second time Ragmuffin tried to kill that Cyclone with that dive kick, but it didn't work out that time.
Yeah, actually, it seems like these guys' V-Trigger usage have been pretty similar both rounds. Like,
yeah.
It might be a bad habit of them. Let's see if one or the other can pick it up.
All right, so the first match is going to go to Ragmuffin here.
This is just first to two and went by that quickly. That's just this matchup, you know. Akuma the Glass Cannon, as we said, that means, especially against Zangief, who needs those hard reads, who gets that big boy damage. These matches go by quick.
Yeah, just let that Zangief get a hold of that Akuma, though. Break him over his knee.
And these players are brawling. Neither of them wants to sit still.
Definitely not the defensive matchup this could be.
Like, look at that. Crush counter sweep. Lariat. Zangief pulling the punches, literally.
So Zangief's got this Akuma in the corner now, but it looks like he's having a little bit of trouble breaking him open.
That's certainly not helping.
Ooh, managed to jump himself into the corner, but take the round with it.
And you know he had that stun bar build up if that didn't finish him off.
Oh, yeah. That was a pretty convincing round for Enter Sanderman.
But Rag pulled some convincing rounds before, so maybe Enter got the reads, got the download. But I'd say otherwise, because Rag would also say otherwise. Clean combo, clean pokes. Really fishing for those medium punches though. Like to see some more moves out of him.
He's throwing that out a lot, and he's managed to hit it a few times. Most of his clean hits have been from other stuff, but he does seem to like that button a lot.
Most certainly. Ender Sandman kind of feels the same way with that charged punch. Oh, gets the mix-up with the demon flip. Enter went for some hard read. Wake up, air SPD. That's
he must have thought something that we didn't see there.
Well, certainly. Rag did not go for that something unfortunate, so that's just a waste of the bar, but Rag also didn't get a clean punish on it, but he gets a clean cross up there. Oh, drops the combo. It happens. He had the V-trigger cannon, so I think he might have been able to shore you.
Yeah, we've got
kind of he was so early in the jump that he had time to anti-air.
Got kind of an interesting kind of air equilibrium this match so far. Neither of them have been going for many jumps or anything, but there hasn't been a lot of anti-airing when they do either.
And if you watch, some of the jump spacings are pretty clean, right?
Yeah.
And they're forcing so much with their footsie, their active ground footsie buttons, right? Like when they finally jump, the other guy's hitting a button at the time, and that's kind of a advantage and fault of both players. Right?
I don't know about you, but I love it every time I see a Zangief get thrown. The turnaround just, it's the irony, I love it.
You'd be surprised if someone can throw someone so big. Except Abigail, of course. And that guy's a tower. Ooh, he gets the mix-up that time, actually going for the SPD after the V-trigger. But yeah...
and again! Looks like we might be going into a 1-1 situation here.
Really happy
and we are.
That V-trigger. I think every time he's used V-trigger, his next 2 moves have been V-trigger. Or V-skill. Last game. Now, whoever in the chat that was before that was saying everyone else is garbage, that's clearly not true.
We do have a player in the Discord named Garbage, though, so maybe he was referring to him.
He's far from garbage, though.
Coach, actually. Coach Garbage.
And a mod. A lot of crush counter sweeps have come out this game. That's really interesting to see. Oof. Nice combo. Good confirm from Rag. Hits another, but doesn't get it right there. See, look, V-trigger. Alright, V-trigger. That's just what he does. That's all he knows with it. Enter, if you're watching, if you watch this VOD later, just want you to know, like, you got other options, man. It's always bad if it's a habit. I don't care how good something is, if it's a habit, it's bad. That's something everyone needs to know when playing.
As soon as you get that habit, people are going to get that read. Once they've got that download, those convincing wins are just going to turn into horrible losses. We have Cypher asking about us.
About a what?
Score change. Let me get on this.
Alright, yeah, you go TO. Rag took round 1. Has a hefty lead. Oh, there goes that lead. I spoke way too soon. Already, Zangief back in the beginning. Doesn't know the crush counter combo. He has the lead though now. And that's what we're talking about with the jump-ins, right? Like, these guys are putting so many buttons out on the ground that they don't give themselves the opportunity to anti-air. Even though I'm sure they know how to. Last round though. Final game, round 1 of the tournament. This is round 1, boys.
Final round.
For those who don't know, this has been all random seeding though, as we don't have any way to seed. Tournament 1. Unknown players. Rag has been really good with his spacing on that cross-up jump medium kick. And Enter Sandman has been really good on that wake-up EX SPD. Is that Rag screwing up his meaties, though? That's the real question.
Well, I think honestly, we've definitely got Rag putting some fear into Enter Sanderman here. I think that's where some of those weird reads are coming from.
Maybe. Getting desperate.
But Enter he is going to close it out.
Rag just wasn't blocking there. I don't even think the counter hit button showed up. Or icon.
So that's going to be Enter Sanderman taking that match in round 1.
That is Red Cyclone. Right, this is Double Elim, guys, if you don't know. So Ragmuffin not out yet. Going to be in the loser bracket. Enter Sandman. Moving on, though.
Alright, so let's find out who we're going to have on stream for round 2 before we kick this off. So right now...
Looks like most of round 1 is over.
So for round 2 here, which is actually round 1 and round 2, we're counting as round 1 here because round 1 wasn't fully filled out. So right, our round 2, we're actually moving on to round 3 here. And for round 3, we're also going to have losers round 1 and losers round 2 playing out at the same time. So I'll be putting up a message on that on the Discord. It looks like we have three matches left to complete in round 1. Actually 4 if you count the bye there with more crabs, but I think we're going to give him some extra time because he wasn't able to start his match immediately due to the that extra match sitting over there at the top of round 1. Let me notify him there real quick.
And for those of you who are looking, you can check the bracket out in the Discord. In fact, let me pull that up and send it in the chat here. For those of you watching just from Twitch who aren't in the new NCH community. All right, I'm not a mod on this chat. Darn, I can't post links. Life sucks. I need to get Vin to help me out with that later.
I think if you just type in ! or Discord, it might do something, but I think Moobot might be broke. Nope, there we go.
Yeah, if you
Moobot
guys
was
want to join
sleeping
the
earlier.
Discord, we have a great beginner community. We have members of all levels here, of course. But we do really emphasize the beginners, helping people level up. Not just the newbies are looking to level up. You know, top players are always looking to level up too. We got coaches for multiple games, huge communities for all of them as well. You can always find games with other people here, or just chat about whatever you want to talk about.
Not just that, all time zones as well too. So regardless of where you're from, we have people from the EU, people from NA. We've got some. I think we even have some people from like Hong Kong and stuff in there sometimes.
Yep, Asia, South America, even. Of course, NA and EU are the most popular in our Discord, though. But it doesn't mean there aren't people you can find to chat and play games with.
Okay,
similarly
so
to this NCH league, we're having one in Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I know that's everyone's new hype thing nowadays. So if you're part of that, feel free to join in and join that league.
All right, so I did a quick refresh. Looks like Enter Sanderman and Ragmuffin have entered their scores. We have Bees 15 knees and Bombardier 44. Still waiting on that match to finish. I thought I saw in Discord them saying that they finished though. So
and we can definitely go ahead and decide who to stream next, right?
I believe More Crabs is already setting up his match with the winner there. We just need to get them to report that score.
All right.
But as soon as we can get confirmation on that, we should start round 3 fairly shortly after that. We still have the kind of the More Crabs bracket here trailing a little bit, so let's give this a minute or two. Why don't
we can let them catch up, right? We can go ahead and move on, give the good people some matches, and maybe, you know, we'll get to the end and we'll get to stream 1 or 2 extra matches because of the other people lagging behind.
That is a good point.
That'd be nice for everyone.
All right,
win-win, in my opinion.
Why don't we go ahead then and pick a match to stream for round 3 here. So the round we're about to be starting here is going to be winners round 3 and losers round 1 and 2 playing simultaneously here. Looks like Bees 15 knees did take that first round match against Bombardier. So that's going to be putting him into losers bracket against Call Me Neo, who faced Paces X. Let's just grab one from the middle here. How about Axolotl versus Kafer on stream?
Sounds good to me.
Let me invite them.
Let's get them in here. Now, if you guys were excited for that last match, both Axel and Kafer went 2-0 in their round 1 match. So hopefully we'll see something even more exciting.
I am definitely looking forward to that. It's going to be really interesting to see who makes it all the way to the end here. It really could be anybody at this point.
Like we were saying, get that head start, that clean 1,000 points. Just kidding. We're getting only 160 points. This isn't Evo. 160 points goes to the first place. Second place are getting 100 points towards the league. Third place 70, so on and so forth. But that's a pretty big difference. 160 versus 100.
Yeah, that can definitely be. If you can consistently place at the top, that 160 can definitely be a pretty big bonus towards getting to that winners grand finals tournament at the end of the season.
And that'll just be top 8, right?
I believe that is. That's just a top 8 only tournament, I believe.
Top 8, double elim bracket. Players with the most points after all these events. A nice thing is, you know, some people have lives. They can't come to every tournament. So making sure you get as many points as you can every tournament you can show up to. That's really important. That definitely helps a lot. And sometimes you kind of you flunk out a bit, you know.
If you want to drop
Some
down to
days aren't
the
your
bottom of the
days.
lobby so we can get this one started, I will put up a message in the
sorry,
Discord to kick everybody else off here.
All right, so Mika versus Alex. Ooh, Canada versus America. Ultra Gold and Gold, fairly close match. Levels similar too. This should be good. This should be good to see.
All right.
Now with Arcade Edition in Season 3, honestly, from what I've heard personally, seems like most people aren't digging on Alex or Mika. Our last set was between Zangief and Akuma, some of the characters that people find to be quite good coming into the early impression of Season 3.
It looks like we're playing that ready back and forth dance that we play on CFN sometimes, and we are go. All right, just waiting on Capcom at this point.
Capcom's not that bad. It's an online tournament. You gotta deal with this kind of stuff. No big deal. Personally, I'm just annoyed by that little catch-up hyper speed at the very beginning of the game. You know, I like to see round openings. Round openings really tell you a lot about a player. You know, do they like to back off? Do they just sit there? Do they make some hard call-out bullshit read?
Yeah, that is
disrespectful nonsense.
That is pretty important to kind of understand the mind of the players. Looks like we're going to not get that speed up at the very beginning this time, so that's good. They're both starting off pretty conservatively with just some good poking.
This player's very active again. Good grab from the Mika there.
Ooh, get him caught with that kick.
You see buttons on buttons.
And Mika's just such a terror when she's got you in the corner.
Hitting that stun. Big damage.
Oh, but then he reversed it. Can he make a comeback here?
Alex trying to take it back.
Looks like that's going to be round 1 to Axolotl.
That's always a really nice mix-up. Getting that air-to-air and then just landing an instant command grab.
Another pretty conservative round opening. Looks like both of our players are respecting each other.
We say that, but oh, nice anti-air. Still lots of buttons. That's important to remember, guys. You can actually grab.
Wake up, CA.
Because alpha counters. Rarely does a situation arise where you can do that. But, you got one right there.
So now we're back going the other direction. Can Axolotl make the comeback?
Corner to corner. Out of the corner, back in the corner. Big buttons. Ooh,
can Kafer get out again? Oh, pixel away from death here, and Axolotl manages the comeback. That will close out match 1.
Kafer got hit a lot on his own meaties. So, gotta clean something up there. Axel should be having to respect waking up. But instead, he's punishing Kafer for going for anything.
Yeah, guys, don't remember, if you're looking for a bracket reporting and you don't think it's gone through yet, remember to refresh just to make sure, because it doesn't update all the time.
Not right away, at least.
Got some good air-to-air there.
So far, it seemed like Axel has had better reactions overall, but Kafer has had better planning. Very interesting dynamic. See right there, that's happened a couple times where they both jump, and Axel was quick to notice and hit an air-to-air button instead of anything else, but Kafer was too set on a jump-in button, hoping Axel would move.
It's easy to get set on something when it keeps working, though.
That's true. I'm not sure if Axel has actually anti-aired him once, but Kafer, on the other hand, he's done it a couple times by now.
Kafer doing a very good job of staying patient here and throwing out those buttons just when they're going to hit.
Axel's been very alpha counter happy. And it hasn't been too successful so far, honestly.
Back in the corner.
So many buttons. Buttons on buttons. Ooh.
No punish on that knee.
Nice combo. Good reset there at the end. Oh, that was an interesting interaction. I've never seen that before, personally.
This can still go either way. This is such a tense one.
But wake up, jab.
Oh, Kafer
takes the round. 1-1 here.
That's going to be the round and game 2 there.
No respect on either side. At least on wake up. People gotta learn their meaties, man. Geef's Gym, I think that's one of the top things that's there.
I love Geef's Gym.
Lessons says meaties.
Round 1.
Different for every character, of course. It's not. It's a fundamental concept, but not fundamental application.
There's no excuse enough for using Geef's Gym. It's on the wiki for free. You can get it in paperback. I think you can even get it in hardcover. I'm not sure. Can you?
I'm not sure. I just use it online.
Back in the corner again with Axolotl. And Kafer just not panicking.
These guys seem much more restraint this round. Maybe a little bit of nerves. Maybe a little bit of understanding that their buttons aren't always working. But either way, glad to see them changing things up. Always great to change things up.
I'm very impressed with Kafer's ability to just patiently fight his way out of the corner against Mika. Mika is such a terror when she gets you cornered like that, and Kafer just hasn't given it up easily.
I'm very impressed seeing these guys do random walk up, dash up, command grabs. Like, I don't have that kind of balls per. Alright, yeah, I do.
I don't know, is that a bravery thing, or is that just an online shenanigans thing?
Nah, that's a disrespect thing. That's a, I don't believe you're good enough, so I'm just gonna do this. Axel's actually won that air-to-air so many times now. I'm wondering if Kafer is just not familiar with the situation. Not ready for it. Nice meaty.
Oh, something happened there. Drop that.
That's what we were saying earlier. A lot of combos ending and the other person getting a hit afterwards. It's like, yeah, that's why you really gotta clean things up.
This has been down to the wire the entire time.
Yeah, last round again. Last round, last match. If you haven't heard a commentator say those words before, I don't know what streams you've been watching. Almost got stun built up. Command grab. Yes, he is.
Oh, there's the stun. Is this it?
Big combo. It's not going to be it. CA actually, maybe.
Could have been CA, but it wasn't. But that's going to close it out.
Crush counter on a drop combo. Unless that was a reset. What were you trying to click there?
I know Mika has a lot of dirty resets, but that might not have been one of them.
It was a crush counter. No respect, man. Just no respect. It's like, just buttons on buttons. Is this gold level play? Is this what we've come to?
Alright, so let's check the bracket again real quick and see what we're working with. Looks like we're still waiting on some people to report matches here. I'm going to give this a refresh just to make sure it's not me.
Surprising, because that was a 3-game match, you know?
Yeah.
So, looks like 2-1s across the board. Hopefully people didn't have much trouble finding their opponents. That's always a struggle with online tournaments.
Yeah, but or disconnects and stuff like that you have to deal with as well.
Exactly.
I do recommend that if you have one, make your way to your local and play some people in person. It is definitely a much better experience. But online tournaments are still a great way to get some Street Fighter.
It's much easier to have more fun when you're offline, right? It's
also plus you play a really good game against somebody and go buy them a beer. Can't do that online.
You can mail people beer.
Oh.
Send me some. Ethan, hit me up.
I'll have to figure that one out. So it looks like we've got one entered here. Still waiting for the rest to get filled out.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
once
losers bracket also catching up.
once this finishes out, we're gonna let the next two losers rounds play out, and then we'll be moving on to the fully streamed top 8 matches.
So we want to pull up one of those loser rounds on stream then?
Yeah, we're just waiting for the last few here to get reported. It looks like Call Me Neo and Bombardier still haven't finished, which is gonna.
They just finished on mine.
Oh,
2-0 for Call Me Neo. I wonder if that's the same Neo. We have an Injustice player on the server, NCH Discord, who I played with before, named
Might
Neo.
be.
But
Small world.
not sure if that's him. It might be a different guy.
Oh, there we go. I just got an
He does
update.
like his various fighting games. He also played Marvel a little bit. He's actually on the Emperor crew. Very, very big name in Injustice. Everyone knows of Emperor if you follow the scene.
Looks like we're still seeing a lot of 2-0s, but we're starting to get those 2-1s trickle in. We should see a lot more of those as the both the tournament and the league progresses.
Really glad to see the matches on stream be 2-1. Always nice to see close matches. Stomps don't mean much and they're not that exciting, you know? And there's so much more to learn from the close games.
All right, so I'd like to see Sketch Sanchez, Call Me Neo, Ninja TK, and Rye Vortex finish up here so that we can get some of Losers Round 3 on stream here. Then we'll do one from Losers Round 4, and then we'll start the top 8. So that's going to put the winners bracket kind of on hold for a little bit while we get everybody else caught up.
Now it looks like both Enter Sander and Ragmuffin, the two people we saw play in the first round of our tournament on stream. They're both in losers right now, and their matches are ready to go. You want to pull one of them up on stream, or you want to wait for some new blood?
Well, we've already seen them, so I think it would be a little unfair to call them up again, though they might make it to top 8, and we'll see them one more time. They are in opposite sides of losers bracket right now, so they're not going to knock each other out, at least. Why don't we see if we can get Call Me Neo and Sketch Sanchez when their match finishes. Let's take the match Monk Unit versus the winner of that. I hope it has. Let's check on Discord.
Seeing as Call Me Neo versus Bombardier finished just a moment ago. They might not have gotten together. So we might need to pull that up.
Let's see, and Sketch Sanchez.
So just to remind you guys, maybe you just tuned in, weren't here at the beginning. We got Matcherino sponsoring our event. You can see the donation code, the bottom right. You can go to our tiny URL there, /NCH NAS 4, number 4. And you can type in the promo code. They'll donate $1 free to Child's Play, a charity that gives toys, video games, to kids in hospitals. And that's free. Just type in the code, free $1. $3 donation. You can also donate more off your own pocket or buy some products, and part of those profits go to Child's Play.
And that being said, one of those products that you can get is the coffee-flavored Soylent. It's sort of a meal replacement shake, and 100% of the Soylent price goes completely to that donation pool.
Correct, unlike the shirts where only a portion does. But shirts is nice, NCH merch. New Challenger, newchallenger.gg, our website. Mostly just about our Discord community, though. Lots of fighting game players. Emphasis on leveling up and helping beginners get into the scene. That's why we're having this tournament, after all. You know, it's hard for some of the lower ranked players to go to tournament offline and just go 0-2 and not have that much fun and not get that much experience. And maybe they just have nerves, maybe they don't like losing as much, maybe they're just not ready yet. Right? And this is a nice little transition. It's free, it's online, comfort of your bed, every weekend. So you can come whenever you're available. Just much easier for most players to get into. And then hopefully they like it enough, hopefully they level up enough, hopefully they get over whatever their issues are that are preventing them from going offline. And then they get to go to an offline tournament, maybe hit up a major, maybe make some waves. At least have some fun.
Yeah, so we're just waiting on these last couple rounds to finish up here so we can start getting Losers Round caught up. I have been informed that Sketch Sanchez and Calminio already did start playing, so we're not waiting on them to start, at least. We're just waiting on that to finish up. If you see the bracket update before I do, let me know, and we can get the next one rolling.
Will do. It seems the same for now. They had a little bit of update on the other side of the losers bracket, but not between those two.
The update you saw, did Ninja TK finish with Rive Vortex?
Yes. Ninja TK taking it 2-0.
Maybe
Interesting, the mine's updating faster.
Maybe we should just grab that one, just to get moving along.
That sounds like a good idea. Let's do that.
Why don't we do that? Alright, so we'll get them in here, and then I will call start on the next round.
That'll be Zandu versus Ninja Attack. Ninja TK. I feel like that's just supposed to be Ninja Attack, but don't know. Maybe he can help us out. Those of you in chat, do you know either of these players? Who are they? Let me know. Let me hear it.
So you think it's like ATK, like the stat in an RPG?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking when I read it. But maybe just Ninja TK. Maybe just Ninja TK. Ninja TK. TK is my initials. Got it.
That makes sense too.
I'll just call you Ninja either way.
Have you ever considered the truth and light that is Attack, though?
Was that intentional? But the ending goes to Attack? Ninjatic? But now, Ninja, who do you play? Who are we going to see hype on stream? We already got Zandu in the lobby. Looks like he's a Kareen player.
I mean, it's a ninja, so it's got to be a Buki, right?
We got Zeku.
Oh, Zeku. That's right. We could have a Zeku match.
There are mods nowadays. Maybe he's just on PC playing
Ninja modded Jury or something.
Ninja modded someone else. Rashid.
Ninja Rashid.
Rashido. Now you got to get those mods. Like I don't know if you have them already, but you got to get them. Very important. Super Bronze versus Super Gold, but don't let Super Bronze fool you. He's already gotten this far in the bracket.
Let's do this.
By the way, Sketch versus Neo did finish, if you didn't notice, on the bracket. Neo pulling it out.
Nice.
So everyone in Losers Round 3 is ready, and we are beginning all of those as we get here into our streamed match of Zandu versus Ninja. $225.18. In case any of you guys forgot, I love that Kareen costume.
And don't forget to try that tiny URL out at the bottom of your screen right now with the coupon code off to the right there for a free $1 to the Matrino donation pool to Child's Play.
Ooh, we're finally seeing a V-Trigger 2 with the Rashid here.
V-Trigger 2. That is going to be...
43. I wonder if he's new with our Arcade Edition. On the other hand, a Vet in the Kareen, well over level 200. And really showing that.
Unfortunately, that is one of the things that you're going to get with these tournaments. Even with a cap on it, you're going to have some people that are a bit disparate in skill level. But he's scoring some good hits here.
0 to 7,500 is still a large gap. So he does clean that up. He dropped his game-killing combo after baiting the DP, though. I don't even remember if that was an EX DP. It might not have even been invincible. Missed the anti-air from Ninja. Or didn't even go for one, that is. Now that command dash is very unsafe. But it looks like Ninja doesn't know that, and hopefully Zandu does. But he recognized it, and is taking advantage of Ninja's lack of knowledge. Baits the DP again. And again, too predictable. Even gets the stun.
Yeah,
the
Does take a bit of time to get that knowledge base to learn those things in a game like this.
Definitely. And that stuff matters a lot in the game. There are some games where frame data isn't that big of a deal. You can just kind of go on feel. Obviously, you can on this, but it helps a lot to know. It definitely helps a lot to know.
Yeah, definitely. If you're trying to learn the game a bit more organically and just feel your way through it, it's going to take you even then a bit longer to learn those things, I think.
Because things like that shoulder off, that command dash, like those aren't relatively good options, right? They shouldn't be used. They should be used very sparingly. But if your opponent can't do anything about it, then suddenly it becomes that much better.
Looks like Ninja's getting a little bit antsy here with that double jab.
Getting good pressure, but it's a little bit too predictable in how he's doing it. And Xandu finds the hole after the third time.
Needs to start mixing in a couple of those YOLO EXDPs in those strings.
Definitely. That's the correct call out. I don't know about quote-unquote best, but I can tell you it's quote-unquote most fun.
Definitely quote-unquote Rashido.
Rashid. Xandu with his own EXDP. Says, I block yours, but you won't block mine.
Round 2. Fight.
Xandu taking a round here. About to take an EXDP.
The no mix-up. You know, like, if I do it enough times, maybe he'll think I'm gonna mix it up now. Alright. You really gotta start doing some different options, Ninja. I don't know if you're panicking, or if you don't know other options, or if you didn't realize you were getting punished, but Xandu takes that pretty handily, and with a little bit more mixing up, you were having something going.
Definitely the safest option on Wake Up is always going to be block.
Of course. Especially when it's not against a grappler, right? Like, Zangief, you might be scared of a command throw, but you can just eat the throw against most other characters. It's not that big of a deal. Especially now that throw loops are gone, the meaty after the throw isn't that big of a deal.
It's go time.
All right, so let's check the bracket.
I didn't know you were a Fury player.
All right, so giving a shout out here to some of our other NCH tournaments and some of our other friends like Joe Monday with the Monday night, what is it, Monday Night Dumpster Fire?
I'll be honest, I have no idea.
We'll wait for that slide to come back around. Yeah, Monday Night Dumpster Fire with Joe Monday. He is the man who made Geef's Gym.
For those of you who don't know what Geef's Gym is, great resource for helping learn Street Fighter from the bottom up with fundamentals and character guides, beginner, intermediate, advanced, goes through all of it. That's on Reddit. You can find the links easily online. You can literally just Google it. That's how popular it is, right? First thing that pops up when you search Geef's Gym online.
Ooh, Enter Sanderman has advanced. Looks like we're well on our way to finding that grudge match rematch.
We're still waiting on a couple matches to clean up this top 8. Ragmuffin versus Kafer. We saw both those on stream. They're going up against each other right now, as we speak. And then Monk Unit versus Neo on the other side of losers.
So we're just going to be taking another minute here to finish up losers round 3 so that we can show you losers round 4, and then we're going to be moving into the top 8. So just waiting on the result from Call Me Neo versus Monk Unit and Kafer versus Ragmuffin.
All right, so tell me, Rethan. Well, we got some downtime, waiting for the next round. When did you switch to Jury? Have you been playing Jury the whole time?
Just about the whole time. I want to say I started playing pretty much right after Jury was released, around that time. And I played.
You started playing Street Fighter just then?
Street Fighter 5. I didn't play 4 or 3, but I've played 2. I played EX Plus Alpha. I played Tekken 3 and a few others. But I had been off of Street Fighter for a while.
All right.
I started with Ibuki, and I played Ibuki for, I want to say, 2 months. and then went to jury.
Well, that's a solid amount of time. What do you find so enjoyable about her?
She has a lot of really satisfying combo avenues, and just the way that her buttons feel and the way everything kind of interacts with each other. I feel like it gives me kind of a good stick feel.
Okay. That's really nice that you happen to find your character so early on in your lifespan and like him so much. Like her so much.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to those season 3 buffs, and I'm really happy with them. But if they hadn't come around,
that's helped a lot.
I don't know. Maybe I'd still be playing her. Maybe I wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, I know that a lot of people in any fighting game, but Street Fighter as well, struggle finding their main, finding that character that really resonates with them. For those of you out there like who are going through that or have friends going through that, know that it's not that big of a deal, right? Having a main will help you learn and improve faster, but that's all it'll do. You can still get to high level playing a ton of characters, and if you have more fun doing it, then you do that.
And definitely playing a bunch of different characters will also help you learn matchups and learn the fundamentals of the game a bit more quickly, in my opinion.
Definitely. When people say, oh, I don't know what to do against this character, one big suggestion I give a lot of people is try to pick up the character yourself. Once you understand it from their point of view, it can be a lot easier to see how to handle it from your mains.
All right, so what's the bracket looking like for you? I haven't gotten an update here.
Yeah, mine updated at the bottom, actually. Ragmuffin beat Kafer. Again, if you remember, we saw both of those on stream. Rag was round 1. Kafer, I believe we saw actually quite later on, round 2.
That means regardless of which one we pick here, we're going to see one of our round 1 competitors back on stream again.
Not true. Winners round 1, we got more Crabs versus R. Lee.
That's part of top 8. We're not doing that yet.
Oh shit, this isn't top 8?
No, we have one more round of losers before we move to top 8.
Losers. You're right. You right.
So if Kafer and Ragmuffin have finished with Ragmuffin on top, why don't we move to streaming Ragmuffin versus Xandu so that we can get on the road.
Darn, Xandu just left. And tell him to come right back in. He's not even to his car yet.
All right, let's throw those invites out real quick.
So we saw Ragmuffin lose out round 1. Round 1 of the tournament. Bringing it back in, almost in that top 8. For those who don't know, top 16 actually all get points. Only 1 point for the top 16, though. And more points as you get higher up the bracket, but all top 16 gets points. For those who aren't aware, who are just tuning into this channel, aren't part of the community, aren't part of the Discord, aren't part of the tournament, this is the NCH NA Underdog tournament. It's a cap tournament below platinum, so that's ultra gold and below. No plats allowed. And it's a league. It's not just one tournament. This is our 4th season here, actually. We've already run 3 successful tournaments on the NA side, as well as on the EU side. Oh, I see our match is ready.
This season will also be sponsored by Matcherino, with all proceeds going to Child's Play. Matcherino provides ticketing and crowdfunding services and payout services for esports tournaments. So you can check our tiny URL and the coupon codes, which will allow you a free $1 donation to the donation pool, which is going to go to Child's Play that provides games and other diversions for children that happen to find themselves in the hospital.
While we were saying that, we got our match ready. Just beginning, loading up as we speak. Reminder, this is Karin versus Akuma. These are 2 players we see quite commonly in top play. So, let's see how these players handle it.
So if Ragmuffin wants to make his way to that grudge match back against Enter Sanderman, he's going to have to beat Xandu.
Round one.
That's correct. If he wins here and Enter wins on his side of the bracket, that's actually the grudge match right there in top 8, is it not?
I think they both need to win one more.
Ah, yes, you're right. Brackets are confusing. This is why we have bracket software. Alright, but we're getting started.
We're getting started, and so is Xandu here.
Well started. This should be the killing combo. Not even sure that EX was needed. Oh wait, no, she just did the kick right before, didn't she? Alright, ignore me. Anyway, Xandu taking round 1 over Ragmuffin.
Pretty convincing so
for both
far.
of them.
Hopefully Ragmuffin can get some reads here in round 2.
He's still very button happy, and as a Kuma, you get that quick stun, huge damage every time you get a small hit. Nice reset. Gets the perfect.
Whew, you can't really
with the
afford to be
cross
button
under
Z.
dash.
Can't really afford to be
Yeah,
button
not
Z
with the
against
Kuma.
Karen. She has
Not against Karin either. You're right.
she has that whiff punish on the deck there.
Mm-hmm. And Xandu here has proven that he specifically can do it. Right? When you're watching these players that aren't top players, right? Top players, you'll expect it, but these guys, they're all missing something. There's something that they need to work on, and that is not one of the things that Xandu needs to work on, because stun again.
And that really is the trick at these levels, isn't it? You know, if this person's not Grandmaster and they're not winning Evo, there's definitely a gap someplace, and you just have to find it.
And eventually you get to a point where it's like you're not doing anything wrong, you're just not doing enough right, or not well enough,
Or not at the right time.
stuff like that. But that's usually around the plat diamond border, and that's why we cap it here, right? These players are still have their fair share of mistakes. Like,
Or it could be like top level Kens where you're just not doing enough wrong yet.
not yet. Now, from what I've seen of these two players, now that we've seen them a couple times and we're here, with Xandu potentially closing it out real quick over Ragmuffin.
Ragmuffin is not giving it up without a fight here.
Certainly not. Taking this round. Gets one on the board. Let's see if we can turn that into a game. But yeah, from what I've seen, Ragmuffin's biggest issue has been a little bit too button happy and a little bit too few buttons that he's been showing.
Starting that round off solid, taking a good third of Xandu's health right off the bat.
Which is interesting because I believe I'd seen them do much more conservative round starts in the past. I guess he realized something needed to be changed. Xandu, on the other hand, seems a bit too happy to use that command dash, that unsafe command dash follow-up.
I mean, definitely game 2 when you're down a game. That is the time to pull out all the stops. And he takes game 2 pretty convincingly there, actually.
See, he clearly doesn't know that that's punishable. I thought that was pretty common knowledge that move's unsafe. Unless, actually, did something change in Arcade Edition where that move's safe now?
I'm not sure. I don't play enough Karens.
Okay. Because, yeah, in the past, that move has been quite unsafe.
Round one. Fight.
Rag didn't recognize it, so he tried to go for a take throw there. I mean, he pulled it out and got it anyway with the hit, but, you know, could have just finished off the combo and gotten a kill.
Yeah, a lot of times if you're tick throwing with a light button into a throw, that's a pretty hard confirm to make, to go and change your mind after it becomes a hit.
Yeah, but again, it was a punish, right? So it should have been known, guaranteed hit. But yeah, he's been getting hit by that nonetheless. The shoulder. Block it
again,
for times,
he might
but
not know
also
it's
hit by
unsafe
it.
though.
Round two.
You know, like, worst of both worlds. You're either getting hit by it or not punishing it when you do block it. Nothing good's coming out of it, and Xandu just keeps using it. Good hit confirm going into the launch after the dash.
Throwing him out of the corner here, but then he's gonna EXTP himself right back in. And there's the
Xandu's been
stun.
really good on just in
He
general.
doesn't have the
blocking
CA.
those DPs. Yeah, he drops a combo as well. Pixel Life Rag. He's still fighting. Hasn't given up yet. No anti-air.
Not going to be intimidated out, but he will be EXDP'd out.
EXDP. Sometimes you gotta go for it.
Cutting.
And Zandu's been on the offensive so much, right? Like, Rag felt like he needed something. Rag went for the meaty. He hadn't seen the XDP from Zandu much. Barely ever did he even get the chance to. Good decision.
Go time.
Cleans out that game. Takes over Rag.
So that's going to
Moving
actually
on.
put us into top 8 here. And top 8 is going to start with the first 2 losers bracket matches here into the winners matches, and then we're just going to be alternating back and forth there. And as mentioned before, all of the top 8 games will be streamed. And once we move to finals, they will be best of 5 instead of best of 3.
Yeah, we're just waiting on one last match for determining all of our top 8. Winners bracket. That's been decided for a while now, just to give you guys the throwdown. We got More Crabs versus Lee 13 and Axio who we saw once on stream, versus Paces X. So that's 3 people we actually didn't see on stream at all up in winners. Losers, as you just saw, we have Zandu. And right now we got going on Monk Unit versus Enter, who we saw first round on stream today. Winner of that will be moving on to losers top 8, sorry.
And actually, I believe I misspoke here. It looks like we're going to have to go to winners bracket first, because the losers bracket side here actually depends on winners.
Yeah, who loses in the first round of winners. Do you want to wait for them to clear up the top 8 before beginning, or you want to just jump into one of those matches?
No, I mean, since it's all going to have to be played out one at a time here, because it's all going to be on stream, we may as well just begin with the top one.
Sounds
So
good.
let's get more crabs in here. They've been waiting for a while.
Hopefully they're not too rusty and keep those hands warm. I hope they got the message not to just play earlier. That happens sometimes, especially in online tournaments, where players will go ahead and start the round not knowing that they were supposed to wait. It looks like Reith did his job and made sure people held back. All right, we got more crabs in the lobby. Just waiting on Lee 13. So it looks like more crabs. Looks like more crabs is a Bison player. M Bison, everyone knows he's been making waves with the last Capcom Cup. Oof. And Season 3 has been looking good for him too. Overall.
Yeah, he's always been a really scary character, but he's had that sort of reputation as an online-only killer.
Well, lucky for him, this is online right now. Whoops. Wrong button. Do not want to click that. Almost ready to...
Just go ahead, jump in. We can wait. We'll just do a show match right in the middle. It's fine.
I have that bad habit because it's just, whenever I'm playing, I'm in a lobby, I'm playing, I'm not skipping to go spectate. They're getting started. Lee with the Alex. Ultra Gold versus Gold. Not too far apart. Not too far. It's like, what are the ranges for that? That's like 7,000 versus 5,000, something like that. Can I get a golden Kappa check in the chat?
Do we have that? Can we golden Kappa?
Can we Kappa? I hope we can Kappa. This is Twitch. The sad part is if anyone finds out they have a gold cap, they're gonna leave the stream immediately. They're gonna flaunt that shit. Even if they're in the middle of this tournament, they're just gonna be like, "Peace, I'm out."
Round 1.
All right, we actually have V Trigger 2 from Alex. Dude, I mean, I like seeing all the V Trigger 2 just because, you know, like, it's new. New is fun.
Yeah, I kept hearing all these good things about Alex's V-Trigger 2, but I haven't seen it too much.
I kept hearing these good things about his winter costume. I don't see it. Alright, this is a lot of buttons from More Crabs.
This is hard to even follow. There's buttons everywhere.
Button. Lots of jabs, lots of dashes. Good pressure, like, that was very well spaced. Alex, especially, I feel like actually just can do even less about the normal.
I feel like a lot of times having a really chaotic, non-linear match against Bison is good. He doesn't really kind of shine in that scenario,
Yeah, that
but
just
he
sounds
pulled
like
that
Bison's
one out
good.
pretty convincingly.
Round 2. Fight.
Bison likes to do crazy stuff, though. He does not usually like to walk that much, but Krabs wanted to right there. Alright, Arlie getting some grabs in. Hasn't been hit yet. Meaty command throw. Again, More Crabs jumping, but not anti-airing. You know, that always
Psycho
throws me
power.
off.
That was great. Caught him right out of that crossbody teleport. Oh,
Oof,
not
the
that time
cross-ups.
though. Oh, bad butt. Closes out the match with the same thing.
Final round.
Or round, rather.
Final round.
He
Again, the
is
wind
all
up.
warmed up.
I don't know, his jacket flew off. Seems like it's getting chilly.
No, he's just so warmed up, it was too hot. Had to take it off.
Oof. You right. Nice throw escape there.
I feel like that might have been a mistake.
The punish was definitely a mistake. I think he just got shimmied there is all, and decided to go with the CA against the throw rather than just trying to throw break it.
There's the new V-Trigger.
Krabs didn't punish though anyway. He activates, but he's gonna use it.
V-reversal there.
Bison doing Bison things.
A lot of white health.
There goes that white hill. One hit away from death. A little bit. Ooh. Not
And
gonna work
Bison's
out.
gonna take that pixel.
Quick whiff punish. Good reaction there, especially online. Hard to do. I think chat said that right, Mr. Salt Inferno. Got him. Guys, what is this? Only $1 donated on the Matcherino? You just type in the code and you donate $1 for free. You guys hate children?
Do we have a character select change here?
By the way, remind me to go on the Matcherino and do that after the stream. I should have done it in our downtime. Right? We had some time.
Definitely.
So,
just follow that tiny URL,
I
type in that coupon code you see on stream, and you can get a free $1 donated in your name to the Matcherino prize pool that's going to Child's Play. The winners for this tournament are the children.
And if you notice, it says out of 200. That $200 is actually just that's how many codes we can have. Right? We can donate more than that. One person can go and donate 500 if they really felt like it. But that's just we have 200 codes for $1 available to us.
If you have not used a code yet, please use one. Should be tinyurl.com/NCH. Was it SFV S4, I believe? A little too small for me to read right now.
Round 1.
It just changed as well.
Fight.
Oh, you meant the tiny route.
Oh yeah, someone actually has called me out on my black background training stage.
I think Arlie might have heard me because he didn't swap character. He just swapped off the winter costume. More Crabs really likes buttons, but his pressure has been really good. The way he's facing everything, close to stun here.
I mean, that's Bison in a nutshell, isn't it?
You right. You right. Arlie managed to poke out, save himself, get out of the corner even. But
I
we
mean,
know that Bison mixes up his air momentum and everything with all of his various options.
I would almost say if you're playing Bison and you don't like buttons, you have made a mistake.
I don't know, I see some people just slide. I mean, it's a button.
Oh, he says it's meaningless, but gets hit for it.
I'm curious now if Alex actually just doesn't get a meaty in that situation, or if Arlie has been messing it up, because that's happened a few times now.
I know people do normally complain about Alex's meaty game after his throws, so it might just be that he doesn't have one there.
Yes, still no anti-airs. We know it's hard, as I was saying before, to anti-air Bison, and it can be scary, but you need to go for it sometimes. You need to give them a reason to not just be Bison. Because he was really just Bison right there.
Well, it looks like more Crabs is going to be Bison right on to the next round.
Mm-hmm. Crush counter even on the ending. Looking for some kind of button there from Arlie, but could not get it. Now that was winners though. So more Crabs moving on in winners bracket, and Arlie just moving down to the losers.
Arlie is
Not
down,
out
but
yet.
not out.
Can even bring that rung back in grand finals and pull through. Maybe show him a little something new.
Alright, so now we're going to be pulling in the next winners semifinal match. This is going to be Axolotl versus Paces X.
We saw Axolotl before. Do you remember who he played?
I can check the bracket.
Was it Alex?
He played K for last round.
Oh, I meant what character he played.
That's Mika.
Ah, he was the Mika player, right. And he's in the lobby right now, so I can see that.
And while we're waiting for Paces X here, I'm just going to go ahead and call out our Matcherino again. If you go to that tiny URL, NCH NAS4, tinyurl.com, NCH NAS4, you can enter the coupon code you currently see on stream, which will, right now it's on the left, it'll always be at the bottom of the screen or bottom right, depending on which screen we're on. And if you enter that coupon code, you can get $1 donated in your name to the Matcherino pool, which will go to Child's Play. You do not have to pay the dollar. It is a free dollar that Matcherino is giving you to give to charity. Or you can buy some merch. We have shirts, we have Soylent, and all of that has a chunk of change that is going to go into that fund and go directly to Child's Play charity.
I remember some people on the Discord had been asking in feedback saying, when can we get some NCH merch? You know, that's like,
well, here
it is, and you get to donate to charity while you're at it. Like, what's not to love?
And you might be thinking, oh, it's going to be, you know, double the price or something because half of it's going to charity. No, it's still the same price.
And a lot more is going to charity than you probably expect, honestly.
All right, here we have Paces. Let's drop down to the queue, back of the queue here, so we can get them in.
Right.
I'm not sure if they have extra small. You can definitely check. That's all available through the Matcherino. If you go to tinyurl.com/NCHNAS4, you should be able to see all of the options there.
All right, looks like Paces is a Ken player. I'm ready to see some nutty stuff. I always love seeing nutty stuff. And with what I remember from Axio, he's pretty nutty with how he goes for some of his command grabs too. Nice, dude. Check it out. We got it all the way up to $12 on the Matcherino already.
Guess people are paying attention.
Good people. Good people. Twitch viewers.
We should definitely have $1 from every viewer because it is free and it is going to sick children.
And there's no reason not to, right? Like, that's it. Just because you're a lazy bum?
Come on.
Oh, watch out, these people are giving to the charity.
Hey, some of them aren't.
Let's see if Ken
Lazy
can
bums.
donate some EXDPs to Mika's
With the
fund.
Red Bull costume.
Ooh.
I actually really don't like those costumes. They're just too plain.
They definitely could have done more with them, but they gotta rep their brand there. If they did too much, you might not know what it was.
Nah, he should have been in bull horns with wings.
Potato Man,
Especially
you don't
the
have to
wings.
worry about how poor you are. We will give you a free $1 to put in the prize pool. Just go ahead and
Exactly.
enter that coupon code on Matcherino.
Alright, but while we were talking about all that, the match has been underway. Half health on both players already. Pace is not nutty enough. Damn it, man, you're a Ken.
Where's the full screen Tatsus? I need
Nah,
them.
Wake up, Tatsu. Alright, that was pretty nutty. Backdash?
Ooh, there's got him with that neutral jump.
This is...
Apparently he was just
This was
saving the nuttiness for the end of round.
Alright,
Playing the
that's
long
actually what we
con.
call a good player. A good Ken player, sorry. Just the right amount of nutty. You know, things get really hard for your opponent when you're sometimes nutty and sometimes very conservative.
They don't know what to do if they're not sure if you're crazy or not. Right
It
now...
can also be like, it can also put you on edge. Like,
Oh,
You
definitely.
feel like you have to be nutty sometimes. Stuff like that. Like, some
But
people
they
are just
say
aren't
never-
used to playing that way.
It's the old saying, never argue with an idiot. They'll take you down to the level and beat you with experience. Never go nutty against a nutty Ken.
Takes the lead with that CA, but that does cost him all of his meter. If he can't close out this round, that is gonna hurt. Right, Axio really loves those alpha counters. Nice call out on the dash for him.
And we are down to the
You
last
get the
touch
meaty?
of the round.
Not quite. Pressure. Backdash. Pace is really panicking. Ooh,
And that is a flaming
Too
touch
late.
to end the round. And that
too
will,
late on that jump.
and that will end game one.
Good choice on the Shoryu there, by the way, as well. Way too late for any of his other anti-airs to work correctly.
Round one.
Are we going to start off nutty or are we going to start off safe?
Start off light kick. Interesting.
Not sure
It's-
what he was...
it's fake nuttying, right? Think about it. I'm gonna do a button, and he's think I'm nutty, but then really all I did was light kick.
Maybe he was had
Next
some
level mindset.
hard breed on something I'm not aware that exists.
He was trying to bait the EX move. This
Oh, there's that Mika corner game.
baits the DP. Wrong time to be nutty. Can he get the stun off this?
Very good read there, though.
Does. That'll close the round. Builds the meter. Good job, Axio.
Oh, 1 pixel left, and
then
punch to the
I don't
groin.
even know how he got hit. He just wasn't blocking. He probably thought it was over, right? He probably thought that killed him, and he just
Took his hand off the stick, went to go get a glass of water.
It's never over, guys. Until it actually says it's over, then yeah, it's pretty over at that point. What's this wake up Tatsu nonsense? Does it even go over like for crouching jab? 'Cause
If
for
I remember
crouching jab's not
correctly,
low.
isn't Ken's light Tatsu 3-frame?
Oh right, that's his 3-frame, isn't it? His jab isn't, but his light Tatsu is.
Yep, so that's his...
I think you're right there, Ethan. That explains that.
He's trying
He's
to
doing his
disrespect
wake
those
up
meaties.
buttons. Wake up buttons. No respect. See, like that's a very questionable alpha counter right there, but Axio has been really loving it. I'm not sure if I've even seen the dash go.
Hey, can
Faces
Mika
ties up
eat
the
some
round.
plasma?
Not bad.
Is that what that is? Plasma?
Plasma.
I've always just called it fire.
Fire's red, come on.
Fire can be blue. Just super hot fire.
Oh. So what you're saying is he's chucking mixtapes.
More than mixtapes. Run down bars. Oh, no stun there. So close. There it is. Nice overhead. Had Axial panicking. Didn't know what to do, and he's able to clean it up with that combo.
Closing out game 2. That's not the last we've seen of Axolotl, though. We will catch him again in loser's bracket.
Just the right amount of nutty. The right way to play again.
It's go time.
So we'll be moving down to loser's bracket.
Alright, let's check our bracket.
It'll be Arlie versus Zandu. We've seen both of them before on stream, but nice to see them again. Definitely good players.
Arlie versus Zandu, and our other match is that we'll come back to, is going to end up being Axolotl versus Monk Unit. We'll give Axolotl a second to take a breather after that match, and we'll move down to Arlie versus Zandu first.
So I don't believe we've seen Monk Unit on stream yet today, right?
I don't believe we have.
So he is the one member of this top 8 that we actually haven't seen yet. Everyone else we happen to catch somewhere along the way. Of course, we just caught a few of them for the first time in this top 8, but Monk's the last one left. Oh, we got too many people in this lobby.
I'm sitting here just inviting everything I say and not paying attention.
So, yeah. Looks like we're straight now, though. Get Monk Unit out of here. I guess he can stay. It's not that big of a deal, right?
I think we're going to kick him out just so we avoid any possible extra lag.
All right. Does the spectators cause lag?
I don't believe they do, but you never know.
Okay. Better safe than sorry. So those of you watching and enjoying, hit that like button on the channel. Consider subscribing. We got some dank emotes.
And more importantly for this event, make your way over to Matcherino. The tiny URL is in the bottom right corner. It's tinyurl.com/NCH NAS4. And you can use the coupon code located right next to that URL to donate a free $1 to the prize pool that will be going to charity, to the Child's Play charity. They work to get games and video games and other things for sick children to play while they're in the hospital, so they don't have to be sick and bored.
Especially good for children because a lot of them really aren't comfortable in the hospital. You know, it's not just, oh, I'm bored. It can be
Definitely.
Scared, even, and video games can help them out. Help them out a lot. New costume on the Karine. Wait, he's playing Karine. That's more important note. Arlie swapping the Karine. I wonder if that's a matchup thing, or if he's just lost some confidence in his Alex.
I'll show you the divide in our class.
Round 1.
So the labels on the brackets, I believe, have gotten a little bit off. This is actually losers quarterfinals.
Karine mirror here. I would give the costume war to Zandu, but that's just personal preference.
I think the Arlie's costume is definitely a newer one, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that it is, to my knowledge. At least.
And Arlie is definitely taking a quick lead here. But Zandu's not going down without a fight.
And the lead's gone. Closest stun. What was that? Wake up overhead special.
Oh, and Capcom skipped a few frames for us. There's that V-trigger too. And we're down to a touch here.
I didn't even notice.
And that's going to be the round.
Alright, did something change with that shoulder? I feel like something changed with that shoulder, because Arlie's doing it too.
We're going to have to find out from a Korean player.
That might just be like some kind of online trap as well. Oh, hits the stun, still untouched, builds the meter. Decent combo, goes for a little standing reset thing. Maybe it is safe, because he just did it into EXDP. Very interesting.
So Zandu takes a pretty convincing round 2 there.
Quite convincing. Really good pressure.
Or excuse me, Arlie. I am talking backwards.
Anti-air jabs, Capcom, please. You told me they removed those.
They're gone. That was a hallucination.
Almost full bar on both sides. See, they have no excuses for not knowing the matchup here. So that's why I really feel like maybe that that shoulder's just safe. Because they should both know that it's unsafe. And be punishing accordingly. If it is still unsafe.
I feel like that was an attempted punish into an EX.
Either A, there was something changed, and I could be completely wrong this whole time. Right? And that's actually safe now. Or B, that's just some online gimmicks. You know? It's like, oh, you're going to try and punish, but it's hard to punish. And with online, you get this EXDP to the face because you failed.
Could be one of those situations where it's just like -3. It's technically unsafe, but if you miss a frame...
Because yeah, we've been seeing it a lot from both sides. And again, no punishes yet.
I'm being told that Carrion's shoulder is -2.
Ah. Okay. Well, I've been an idiot this whole time.
For a long time, also.
I've said it so many times. But now I'd still like to remind the chat, for those of you who might have heard me before, if you have something that's a habit, it's always bad. Right? There are counters, there are ways around these things. So if you're doing it every time, you're just holding yourself back.
Pretty back and forth so far. And there's the stun.
There have been a lot of stuns this game. Karine really beating up on Karine.
I can see right.
Final round. Fight.
Whiffing a few buttons here. Gets the jump in.
Good meaty. Nice reversal throw. Another thing is, Zandu has gone for that cross under a lot with Quick Command Dash. And Arlie has blocked it, I believe, every time at this point. That's a really good awareness. He does play the character after all. At least a little bit. Might not be his main.
And again, that's a habit as well. You're going to cross under every time, it stops being a mix-up and just starts being what you do.
Yep. But as we saw all that, Zandu finished him off. That was game 2, 2-0. Taking it over Arlie. It was cool to see his Karine, though. He definitely had some strides there. I feel as if Arlie had mained Karine, right? If he didn't have that time soaked into Alex and had it in Karine instead, that would have been much cleaner. And he would have pulled through. I'm interested thinking about how well his Alex would have done, though. And why he even chose to go Karine in the first place. It's definitely not the best matchup, Alex versus Karine, but Alex tends not to have the best matchups overall around the board.
And Monk Unit was just biding his time. I don't even have to re-invite him.
Nice. Nice.
Looks like the score from that last winners match didn't get updated, or am I just behind? Let's do a refresh.
Yeah, it's not showing up on mine either. You just do that manually yourself?
Remember what the score was?
I do not remember if it was 2-0 or 2-1. Axio is already in the game, though.
Alright, so we're going to just mark the winner, and they can update the score later. Oh, it says I must provide at least one score. So I'm just mark it down as 2-0. I don't remember if it was or not, wasn't.
It's not that big of a deal anyway. it mostly matters who won, but if either of you want, feel free to say in the chat, Twitch chat, or the Discord. Just let us know what the score was, and Rethin can get to updating that.
Right, well, I put it in as
Afterwards.
2-0 for right now, and we're going to move on to the next match here, so I'm going to invite... I think we have Monk Unit it already, so let's grab Axiolotl.
He's already in here.
Oh.
Yep.
Wow, that was quick.
Yeah, he might have just used an old invite or something. So Monk Unit's a Urian player. Haven't seen a Urian yet on stream. His V-Trigger 2, I've largely heard, is relatively disappointing. All of his Aegis stuff being much dirtier. Dirty's always nice.
Yeah, it's definitely had some of its scaling nerfed this season, but
That is true.
the mix-up it gives you is just so strong.
Yeah, I guess that means that people will tend to go less for those combos and more for the mix-ups and setups from it. He is going V-Trigger 2, though, so we'll get to see it in action. Urian Mika, I've actually never seen this matchup. When Urian was in flavor, Mika was not, and when Mika was in flavor, not a good.
Both two characters who like to really throw themselves at you.
Those EX armored moves, I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of. Slides under the fireball. Really solid read. Wait, was that Nadeshko?
That
I think
was.
he called Nadeshko. He saved up enough V-Trigger instead of alpha countering.
Oh. Seeing some anti-airs now.
These are gold players. They know what they're doing. Blocks the overhead. Nice.
And there is that V-Trigger too.
It has its place. Everything has its place.
Round 2. Fight.
It's far from bad. It just seems like Aegis Reflector is so much more useful in general. But that's just early impressions as well, right? So close to stun. Tried to get with the overhead. Didn't quite, but got it right there.
That is a very solid round for Monk Unit.
I'd say.
Yeah, I
On
think
the feet.
definitely the V-Trigger 1 is a little bit more favored right now, but I can't really say that the V-Trigger 2 is weak.
It's definitely not bad. But now, if you notice his title, it is Aegis Reflection. So, why you not using the Aegis Reflector? Disappointing.
Round 1.
But anyways, he's shown that he doesn't need that. Been
Not
running
at all.
over Axio with V-Trigger 2.
He
Not
knows what
even
he's
using
doing.
V-Trigger for the most part, honestly. Just Urian stuff.
He knows what he's doing. He's a confident professional with a strong handshake.
He's gotten Axio to the corner a lot and quickly. You know,
And
we've
that's
seen
been
a lot of stuns
Axiolotl's
in-
game this tournament so far.
You're right. That's what Axio's been trying to do with everyone else. He gets out with the alpha counter. He's already back in it.
Are you? Are you?
A foolish insect that
Yeah, I noticed something so far. We've seen a ton of stuns throughout this tournament.
So much.
Now, you really don't see that many stuns in top level play. I feel like people are too disrespectful on Wake Up.
I think a lot of the reason you're not seeing a lot of stuns at top level play is because top level players, I think, kind of have an ability to really keep an eye on that bar more so than people at lower levels. So they're really on top of throwing out those V reversals when that stun bar starts creeping up.
So you think it's more of an awareness issue?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
And Monk Unit
Monk
is going
really-
to close that out.
Yeah, he cleaned that one up cleanly too. Just once again, put him in the corner, kept the pressure up, and exposed Axio. Poor defense.
Not only that,
So, yeah.
the anti-air is really on point, and Axio definitely got caught with some big damage on a couple of those jump-ins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Axio never really got to get himself going. He did a little bit at the very beginning of that game, but couldn't keep it up. Could not keep it up.
All right, so it looks like the next match here, we're going to go to losers quarterfinals next, which is going to be Zandu versus Monk Unit. So we'll just get him right back in here, and he looks like he's already aware of that.
Nice. Oh, nope. He left.
Just call that man right back. Where do you think you're going?
So back on the topic, actually, of the stun thing, I think, obviously every player is different. They all have their own reasons for doing things. But I think one issue might be that at lower levels, you know, before they reached gold and high silver, back in bronze and rookie, players didn't have their meaties or anything correct. So it's good to disrespect on Wake Up. You got rewarded for that frequently. But then now that they're at this high level and the opponent has these meaties, they still have that bad old habit of disrespecting on Wake Up.
Yeah, I think you might have a point there.
So that's something to note for any of you watching or watching this VOD afterwards, especially if you're in the tournament, but other new players as well. Other players around this league, around gold, around silver. That might be something that's an issue for you. You can check out your replays and maybe identify that.
So this is going to be our last match. That's actually best of 3. Everything from here on out is going to be best of 5. This is losers semifinals.
So that's top 4. Loser gets 4th place. Winner gets a chance to fight for it all. 225-18. That is the date, Capcom.
Are you
No,
sure?
I really like that for replays, though. It's really nice
yeah.
for replays, seeing the date.
Fight.
Guy talks about botting you, and you're like, it was 3 years ago! Bring up the replay.
That's not what the replay says. This was last
Who's
Tuesday.
Whoosies. Whoosies.
We're
Really
looking for
serious
that
whoosies
corner.
from both these players. Look at that.
Oh,
Spacing, very grounded.
Karen says I'm going to push you all the way to the left, then I'll jump over you and push you all the way to the right.
Neither player really throwing out huge moves. Very non-committal.
Very
Very
patient.
interesting. We haven't seen this yet today. Even when they start pressure, they don't keep it up much. Huh.
I mean,
But
that is
finally-
a skill all in itself, too, knowing when to reset back to neutral and not try and press your advantage and get punished for it.
That's very true. But, you know, it's the one time Monk busted out, he gets a clean hit
A foolish insect.
with that EX charge.
And I think that's the difference between playing patiently and playing passively. It's one thing to just stand there and block a lot and not really get hit. It's another thing to know when to go in.
Yes, definitely. Patience means you need to find that opening. Cross up, jump in. See, cross under again, but the no tech from Monk actually threw him off. That was interesting. That's something that throws me off personally as well. No techs, because you know I got the timing down for the normal meaty, but when you don't tech, I'm not used to that.
Oh, there's that V trigger again. Definitely making that work for him. I think
Got that
he's closed out a
lightning,
round with
basically
that
Super Saiyan.
every time he's used it.
Urian wins.
It's mostly just the activation though. That's been working for him. Only a fool wreath the anguish.
Round 1.
One up. Monk over Zandu. clean jump him over the charged fireball. You have to think if he didn't charge it, might not have gotten that hit. Overhead. Probably trying to call out the fireball. Cross under again, getting close to stun. Not quite. Goes for the overhead, but panic button.
Xandu's definitely got some nice solid damage combos.
Definitely, and he's been hit confirming them almost every time. Not dropping. So let's check this one out. Crush counter. Solid. I'm not sure if that was the best he could get. The range was very far, so it might have been. Definitely solid.
That's gold level play right there. Recognizing that person's only on a sliver of health. I'm just gonna get this nice safe jab out there and win the round.
Mm-hmm.
No overreaction.
Don't need to panic. Don't need to commit. You got time. You have the lead. Walk up throw.
The disrespect.
Well, it was good. He noticed the patience. It's like, if you're going to play back, you're going to play passive. Walk up throw.
Oh, looks like he went for it again and caught that triple jab.
Trading jabs. Very close to stun. Nice alpha counter. Safe, guaranteed time. Reset the stun. But Foozies, man. Foozies. Literally.
Gotta
My
watch
foot
those feet.
on your foot.
Final round. Fight.
Monk looking to take it right here, right now. Xandu says that's not happening.
Gets the jump in.
Big jump in.
Big damage.
Tried the shimmy.
Monk unit's not biting. He says, I saw that bait. Just patiently fighting his way back out of that corner.
He's not blocking on wake up.
Xandu says you are not escaping that easy, though.
See, now we're getting pressure started.
Yeah, and closes it out with the jab again.
It looked like that was not exactly what Monk wanted, though. A little bit of a mess up after his EX shoulder.
So we're moving into match point here.
Round one. Fight.
Back to round 1, 0-0. No resources. The chops.
Going for that throw.
Xandu's been opened up by that throw a few times now. I'd like to see Monk go for it a little bit more, even. He always goes for that cross under. I mean, it's obviously a strong tactic, right? But habits. Habits, guys.
I would even say at this level of play, it could be something good to start with doing it consistently, and then once your opponent catches on that you're doing it every time, just start mixing it up.
Yeah, you don't always necessarily need to mix it up from the get-go. You can mix it up after they've proven they can deal with it. That's a strong tournament tactic.
Round two.
Do something if it's working, right?
Definitely. I mean, you've seen tournaments even as high as EVO go down to the wire on something like that, where the opponent is doing something, and as soon as that other person shows you they have a tactic to beat it, or they have a response to it, you come back, throw it again, wait for that response, and punish it. Looks like we're going for a stun here again. No? No?
So close. She has the tools for alpha counter. Doesn't want to use it. Knows she has so little life, she needs the V trigger. Cross under, block again.
Oh, doubling down on that gamble.
It was a nice call to make. Didn't work out that time, though.
Wins.
You're in pulling it out, Monk unit, with the play.
Alright, so that's going to move us into finals here. So all matches from this point out are best of 5 instead of best of 3. So one thing that you can get with these best of 5 matches that you don't normally see in those best of 3 matches is the kind of long mind games. And I'm hoping we see a little bit of that here, where we were talking about previously, where somebody shows a pattern, waits for that opponent to adapt to it, and then turns around and punishes that adaptation.
Now, we haven't been seeing too much adaptation in general throughout. So hopefully this will be something exciting to see. Obviously, adaptation being a skill that's very useful, but very difficult. You know, it's hard to focus so much on your opponent's play and change your play because of it, especially when you're still not entirely sure what to be doing for your own play in the first place.
Yeah, and one of the traps you can really easily fall into there, too, is when you think the opponent has adapted, but they actually haven't, and then you try and change your game based on their adaptation, and you end up getting punished because you misread the situation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure everybody here recognizes that sort of situation where you're like, well, I've anti-aired him 5 times in a row. Clearly he won't jump again. And then you eat that full jump-in combo and you lose.
The no mix-up.
All right, just waiting for Pace's X here.
I hope he didn't leave.
That would
probably
be
just in the back.
unfortunate.
He'll be fine.
So, you know what this is a really good time for?
Ads?
This is a really good time for some of the viewers to follow that tiny URL to Matcherino and get a free $1 to donate to sick children. That coupon code is up on the left side of the screen right now, and right below it, you'll find the tiny URL that you can follow and get your free $1.
And for those of you watching who aren't familiar with NCH, we are a huge beginner fighting game Discord and general community, not just Discord. Come hit us up. You can type !Discord, Moobot. We'll send you the link, the invite. And we really focus on teaching people. We got lots of free coaching for various games. You can look for matches with people from various regions. And we do fun stuff like this, right? We have tournaments. In addition, we have fight nights, coach lobbies, casual lobbies, casual chat in general. Just fun place to be. Get together with some fighting game players. And level each other up. And big shout outs to Rethan here. He is solo TOing this tournament. This entire league, the whole way through, it's just him. While commentating with us. Press F to pay respects because of all the shit he has to go through.
I am looking for Pace's X right now. I thought it was just Pace's X on Discord, but I might be thinking of the wrong Discord name.
Hopefully we can find him soon. If you're watching, of course, just...
Oh, he's in Twitch chat. It says he's on his way.
Alright, cool.
Paces, what is your Discord name? I thought it was Paces.
Alright, he is in on the lobby, though.
Paces is apparently welcome to the jungle.
That was him. With the Blanca avatar. Where's the Blanca? Can we see some Blanca?
Are we good? That would be great. Throw some Blanca in here.
We want to see some Blanca. Blanca's new. Everyone loves Blanca.
He's the most popular.
Right? When people are like, you know who needs to be in Street Fighter V? Blanca was the first thing that came to their minds.
Alright, so as you know, this is Winners Finals, and this is going to be best of 5, which is first to 3 instead of first to 2.
I know I need to be talking about the game because it's starting, but screw Blanca. The fuck? Why is he here? By the way, Paces said he's working on him, and next week we might be seeing some Blanca play.
Oh.
So we got to make sure to get him on stream.
Are we going to have a Blanca in the finals next week? Is that what you're telling me?
Nah, I'm saying he's going to pull him out in the finals this week as he runs through everyone and bodies some fools.
Oh, that's the option select.
What's up.
Option select into Blanca.
He's like, I don't even need my main. I'm gonna show you my week 1 Blanca. Gang started. Warcraft's already in the corner, but already fighting out.
Says
And the reverse.
Ken's not the only one with fire. And there's the stun.
Mr. Bison. Ooh, misses the combo. Unless that was some nasty setup I've never seen before.
Run up throw.
Paces
Says show
no,
me
it
your
was not.
reflexes.
Alpha counter just wanted out of that corner. Didn't want to deal with any of that crazy Ken V trigger pressure.
Speaking of Ken craziness, where are we at now?
I'm very surprised that just whiffed from the Bison. Guess he hit the button a little too late.
Closes it with the
Slide.
slide.
Classic Bison.
Fight.
Nice anti-air. Very good button for that spacing as well. Ooh, Pace is a little bit slow on that reaction, noticing the whiff. Ends up getting crush counter for it. Close to stun, chose to be patient. Like we were saying, the right way to play Ken. Right amount of nutty. Notice the stun bar was high, he's like, I'm not busting out here. No way.
And it really comes down to something that we've had Frabasaur mention a lot of times, which is controlling the tempo of the match, is what that on-off nuttiness of Ken can really do. Crab's not falling into it, though.
This is my run.
And Bison wins.
And Pace is dying with full glowing bars at the bottom. Never happy to see that, but you needed to come back and you didn't get the chance to.
Round 1. Fight.
Reminder, this is best of 5 now. So we're not
That's
even
right.
near done yet. Only 1 game. Pace is like, no big deal. Look at me, I'm already back in.
So that was just a scouting exercise. Paces said, what does this Bison do?
Now, that was corrupting the download, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Saying you think I do this stuff, but nah. Now you see this.
You thought
This
I
is
was
the
this
true
kind
Ken.
of crazy. I'm the other kind of crazy.
Alright, flashbacks.
Back and forth here, just trading blows.
Both players nearing V-trigger. But more nearing
Bison's got
death. What's the throw? I thought that worked cleanly after that. I didn't know it actually had to be delayed.
Goes for that teleport, and Ken's not having any of it.
He even burned a little bit of meter there, so not happy if you're more crabs, but you can deal with it. Especially when you got anti-airs as clean as those. He's been very good with those anti-airs throughout this entire tournament.
Yeah, I think Pace's X is noticing that too. He's definitely staying grounded a lot more.
Ken not quite known for his footsies though. But he can hold his own.
Well,
Again, anti-air.
of course, Pace's X heard me and said, "Oh, you think I'm staying grounded? I'm jumping now."
Nah, I think that was good for Pace's X. He tried to adapt, right? Like he saw that he'd been getting anti-air, so he tried to change his jump momentum with the EX Tatsu instead of a normal anti-air. Unfortunately, Bison's anti-air is a bit too good for that. But
Which is
he's
just
a
really
good
weird to say, because he was never known for having good anti-air before.
Big damage, evens up the round. Spends all that money.
Ooh, is this it for our hero?
That it is. So unfortunately, spent it to no avail.
Final round.
Round 3 with nothing on him. Only 1 bar on Crab's side. Poorly spaced jump in, but no punish.
Pace
So
is
no
showing him
worries.
some new mix-ups.
Notice the blocking starting to free him up with the throws. Of course, even teching those throws can be a risk. Attempting to tech them.
That goes back.
We've seen lots of alpha counters before from Crabs in this situation. Not here.
You got the V trigger, so now he can't.
Activation.
But he managed to get his buttons in there, so he's off with the stun watch for the moment. Just need one jab from that Ken, and there it is.
Guaranteed after the slide. Not even near max range. So.
Could have hit him with a bigger button, but he
Easily
said, I don't
punishable.
need to. This jab is all I need.
Now we're down to a best of 3. As we tied up 1-1.
Round 1.
So both competitors have had a chance to get the feel of their opponent, show them
Let's see
some
what
things
they
they
can
can
show
do. So now it's down to what else can you do?
I don't know, they didn't show too many answers for all of those in the first. Well, there's an answer. He remembered getting V-skill thrown before and throwing him out of the V-skill this time.
Bison throwing, he has throw games. Bison was trying to walk up. You don't see that too often.
Bison does not like walking. You know, he's a king. Like, he's a general.
A dictator, if you will.
He doesn't walk. People walk for him.
Why walk when you can teleport?
Round 2.
You know, if only. If only. I didn't get my license
Manages
for
to
so
block
long,
the parry.
but I was just like, why drive when I can be driven? Get rides with my friends.
Ugh, tries to go for the air-to-air, but gets stomped.
Gets himself out of the corner with that, even though he doesn't get hit.
Strange-looking cross-up Tatsu.
They're just trading this corner back and forth. And now we've seen a lot more throws this game. Recognize the weakness on both sides to throws. Throw teching can be hard and scary. You do not have too much time for that.
Yeah, it's definitely down to the time now where you can't afford to just take that next throw.
They really need a very good awareness of the situation to realize when it's possible that they might go for a throw in the first place. Crab's pulling it out with the pixel.
Wins.
Little miracle comeback right there. Just a little miracle.
Definitely a
big
tight finish for that round, though. Bison wasn't so plus on everything. That could have been a problem.
It was just Bison doing Bison things.
Fight.
And that's another thing that we were saying again before. It can be scary to anti-air Bison because of how different his jump arcs can be, but you still gotta go for it sometimes, right? You can't let him just do whatever he wants.
Look at these light
really
buttons.
Good pressure. Oof. Finally gets the hit. Krabs had no idea what to do.
On our way to a perfect here. Can he get it?
Nice throw escapes there. Gets it twice.
Oh, there goes his perfect, but he still manages to close out the round.
Moral victory from Krabs.
Round 2.
He knows what happened. Now he's ready. He's like, I didn't get perfected. I'm still in this.
Pace is just showing his control over the tempo of the match there.
Big damage. Go straight into the CA.
Says, I know when you're going to press a button, and I'm pressing one first.
Yeah, it really does look like he has a decent grasp on Krabs' defensive game. But,
Let's see if he can keep up this
not
pressure again.
100% there. Not
Needs one
100%
more.
there.
There
Defense,
it is.
look at that. That pressure, clean. Knowing what Krabs wants to do, clean.
Ken wins.
With that
Yep.
tying it up, that's 2-2, right?
That is 2-2. We're going down to match point now.
Winners finals, guys. Loser still gets a chance, but winner gets to sit pretty. At least 100 points to the winner of this.
Round 1. Fight.
Get yourself a nice foothold in that league. Good solid combo right there.
And don't forget,
Nice.
the winner of each
Nice
week
combo.
also gets an automatic invite to the end.
Actually did not know that part. I didn't read all the rules because I'm not in the tournament, because I'm here commentating for you guys. You're welcome. I'm a saint, totally. Ooh. Jumps the grab, but doesn't get a punish on that. You rarely do, but Bison was looking like he might be. Doing Bison things.
There it goes with that air again.
Round 2. Fight.
Yeah, Bison likes his air game, and you can't shut it down, but you gotta give him a little bit of reason to not. And Krabs has shown he has good pressure, but Pace has shown he has potentially better. See, he started to jump when he's thinking their throws instead of just teching. And you don't get too much off of that. It's not a command grab where you get a nice, meaty, thick punish for avoiding it by jumping.
Yeah, depending on your timing and when you're doing that jump, you might even end up getting anti-air for that.
Yep. So it's definitely not an end-all solution.
Looks like Paces is having a little bit of trouble getting something started this round.
But he's still holding in. Shimmies.
Krabs just playing
Not the greatest
super
punish, though.
patient this round.
He's absorbed a ton of fireballs with that V-skill. But this is where Paces has shined before. With his pressure game.
And now he's got it started. Can he make it work? He needs one more, or not at all. That's it.
Yep, that's it. 10 damage. Krebs has gotten better at teching the throws, and Pace has gotten better at reading those techs now. Really, really mixing up his pressure very well and adapting to specifically how Krabs is handling it.
Paces has managed to get a lot of those empty jump overs into something.
That instant jump kick for the air. Tries to shimmy. Not quite. Big
Only
jump
that one
in.
wasn't the jump over,
Late
that
on
was the jump in.
air. Goes for the CA.
Just needs one more touch.
One good clean hit. That wasn't enough. Now just anything will do it. Still has V-trigger on point, but Krabs activates first. Gets the grab. Throws him back in the corner. Let's see what he can get started. Not much health on Paces either at this point. Crush counter, that'll be it.
And that is it.
Krabs taking it.
That Bison V-trigger is just so scary. Just always feels like he can be anywhere once he gets that open.
Definitely. Paces showed a lot of good stuff there, though. I would not be surprised to see it go the other way if we see the run back. It was very close in the end there, too, anyways.
All right, so now we're going to be moving on to losers finals to find out who is going to be the grand finalist here. So this is going to be Paces right back again with Monk Unit.
Monk going to be showing us that Urian with V-trigger, too. Still like to see more of that, because I just haven't seen much of it yet. We got to see a lot of Aegis with old Urian, of course, you know. Some changes here and there, because Arcade Edition, Season 3. But we've still seen a lot of it in the past. Top level play, mid level player. Urian used to be the flavor of the month for a while.
We're up to $13 in the prize pool at this point. I feel like we can get a few more in there.
At least a little. Come on, guys. I see 29 viewers on the stream.
Just in case anybody hasn't heard yet, if you check the bottom of your screen right now, there's a tiny URL, which is tinyurl.com/NCH NA S4. And if you take that and enter the coupon code at the bottom of your screen, it will donate $1 free into the prize pool, which goes to Child's Play Charity, donating toys and games to children in the hospital.
Round 1. Fight.
Hadouken! Hadouken!
I feel like
Lots of
Paces has a
fireballs.
game plan.
Surprisingly, did not build as much meter as I thought with how many Hadoukens were being thrown. And the chip doesn't matter when Urian's doing that much damage to you with one hit.
Urian's just insane.
Definitely.
I feel like the entire finals of this tournament is just a bunch of really big damage characters.
Ken, Urian. Bison. You know, that's just Street Fighter in general now, honestly. Characters just do big damage.
Round 2.
Oh, it is
You know,
satisfying.
Chun-Li's doing some nice damage. People like doing damage, believe it or not.
Ken has decided he does not want Urian near him.
I mean, if it works, right? If it works, it works.
He says, never mind, let's get close.
And that's what we talked about multiple times before. Paces, switching up the pace, showing how we can play at X amount of paces. I see why I got his name.
It works. So,
He's shown wake up Tatsu, wake up block, wake up throw, wake up EXDP. This man changing the pace. Right outside.
there's that V-Trigger 2 again.
And there's that jab.
That's not a jab. He'll
Monk
feel
saw
that
the
one.
jab last time. Was like, alright, he's gonna do it again. Let me EX headbutt. But nah. Paces says, I switch things up. Hadouken.
How to what?
He's got a lot of work out of this V skill. Paces, that is.
There's that wake up Tatsu working that time.
Almost at stun again. Monk broke out before. Looks like he's not gonna get stunned this time either. The block on the overhead.
Blocked the jab, but caught the frame trap. That'll close that out.
Ken wins.
Glad to see people blocking that overhead this level. I didn't know around what level people started to notice it, you know. But clearly these gold players know how to.
Round 1.
At least these ones, if not all of them.
Gold's a pretty solid rank, I think.
Definitely.
Get to start seeing some good Street Fighter at that level.
I don't remember exactly what the ratings were, especially because it's changed a lot. But last I checked, it was around silver, like silver, not ultra or super silver or anything. Below silver and below was the 50% mark. Things might have changed again.
Yeah, it's right around there, I believe.
Yeah. And that's not counting a lot of the rookies, if I remember correctly as well. Because those usually haven't played ranked.
Yeah, I believe last time I checked, if you don't count rookie, the 50% mark is right before you hit silver.
So yeah, gold meaning you are a fair amount past that.
Definitely so. The ranks get smaller every time you go up. Seeing a lot of these Hadoukens still. Not as many as at the beginning.
Something to remember for you players who are maybe scared of going to a tournament offline, or maybe have gone to one or two and went 0-2 and felt like, oh, I just suck, I should stop going, there's no point. Remember that half the players in a tournament go 0-2. Or 1-2, right? That's how it breaks out, either 1-2 or 0-2. And that does not mean you are actually worse than half the players. Especially because people going to tournaments are generally the players who are good, right? You're not going to start going until you're good. So that's not something to be disheartened about. And you can also try money matching other players who also went 0-2 and 1-2.
Ooh, pull out the
Build
money?
some of that confidence. Yeah, I find money matching to really help with tournament nerves, but right now, Pixel Life, both players activated. One hit, EX headbutt. Too much pressure.
Pace is trying to pull that chains of lights in the corner again. Monkman having none of it.
Had to stop for that hype right there. Lost my train of thought. Too exciting on the screen. Right.
And again,
Yeah, so-
we end up 1-1.
So I find money matching to be good because a lot of people have tournament nerves,
Round
and they don't have nerves in casuals. They just have it in tournament. And money matching helps bridge that gap, right? Because it's like it matters, but not as much as tournament. And you know players are going to be taking it seriously rather than just beating them in casuals.
I think another thing, if you don't want to put any money on the line, or if you don't have any money to put on the line, find people that stream and play against them on stream. So there's still that kind of performance anxiety.
That's smart. I never thought of that before.
Man, Pace is just showing that he is king of the corner today.
But Monk's saying, I know too that you're king of the corner, so I don't want to be here anymore. He's got so much work out of that V skill. So much work.
Round
That's like half, that's the cornerstone of his pressure game.
But I mean, that's Ken, isn't it?
That is, but Pace is really showing it.
Pace is showing off how to get it done.
You know, just because the character has it, you still got to use it. You, the player, still have to use it.
Monk unit. He says, you might be king of the corner, but I am the CEO of the corner.
You know what I just kind of realized? Monk, in this matchup, I feel, in general, Yuri and Ken, you kind of want to play that footsie game. You just have better footsie buttons as Urian. But Paces says, no, let's not. Fireballs in close range. That's all he's doing. He does not want to play footsies at all. Which is a good identification by him. I don't know if that was intentional. I feel like it was because of how he did not shoot that many fireballs in previous matches, different matchups.
Yeah, definitely. The other matches we've seen out of Paces, he has not thrown nearly this many Hadoukens, but against Monk Unit's Urian, he wants nothing to do with that mid-range.
Definitely. Ooh, gets the armor up though on Urian. But not
And I mean,
for long.
it is really frightening when Urian's just kind of wandering around looking for that handshake.
Throws him back in the corner.
We have spent so much time here today.
From every player. They really get to the corner quick. Look, we're already back in the other one. I know the
Urian
game
says you will
round's
shatter.
over, but back in the other corner.
Urian wins.
Up 2-1. Match point for Monk here.
But it has been almost back and forth every round, going one and then the other.
Definitely, and I don't remember any of them being very convincing. Very close rounds every time.
There's definitely no clear favorite here. Making that wake up Tatsu work again. Says, I will not respect your meaties.
What's a meaty? Those were throw reset there. Great.
Dueling neutral jumps. I find that's a tool that really you don't see people getting a lot of mileage out of until maybe Super Silver to Gold is that neutral jump.
It can be very hard because lower level players don't realize what it's for. They're like, right? I jump forward to approach, I jump back to retreat. Why would I jump up? But these guys, especially, and as the higher you go, people get that understanding of every tool and what it's good for. While Monk gets this understanding of pace and his fireballs, starts the round with the jump in, says we're not doing this anymore. But Base throws him in the corner and says, this is where you wanted to be, right? This is why you brought me here?
Welcome to the clubhouse.
It seems like every time this round especially, but even before, like, Monk has gotten Pace to the corner, and then Pace has thrown Monk into the corner.
I mean, basically the game at this point is Pace has put you in the corner, and can you kill him?
Yeah. And he really makes you have to guess hard on a lot of your defensive options with the way he's putting up pressure and mixing things up. Tying it up 2-2 there.
I mean, it's pretty much we're going from Hadoukens to corner game, and that's it.
And that's what Ken wants to do, right? Like that. Like we mentioned it. That's him setting the pace. That is 100% the game plan he's looking for. Monk's trying to stop it, but he hasn't had success stopping the game plan. He has had success dealing with it.
He might have found an answer now. Oh.
Nah, Pace just forgot. Now he's like, all right, Hadouken.
But this is the final game of Losers Finals.
Monk with the lead. The Pace isn't letting that stay for very long. Has
Winner
more butter
of this
on the
game
screen.
goes to Grand Finals.
Oh, not quite.
Oof. Ooh. Pace is trying to challenge that V-trigger.
Round 2.
Urian's just so happy when he gets a throw.
When is Urian not happy?
How can you be mad at him?
Well, this is a set point for Monk now. See if he can clean it out. He has more bar on the right. The Pace building that up with all those Hadoukens. A little bit. Ah, nice combo, but then drops it. Back to the fireball game. Monk actually ended up coming out on top on that one. Gets a nice hit in. Yeah, see, when Pace is in that mid-range, he tries to get out as fast as possible. He either backdashes or jumps in. Occasionally V-skills.
Yeah, last time he tried to go for a forward jump, but he got an anti-air and just got right back out of there. Went back to the Hadoukens.
It's really interesting to see how these people have mixed up their games, like, throughout the series.
And again, Pace
So
is
many
waking up
options we
buttons.
saw. Oof. Monks takes it, but so many new options we saw that game that we just didn't see in round 1.
And you said we weren't going to see any adaptation.
Hey, I said this is the time to see it. Best of 5. That's what we like to see. And I hope you like to see some more Urian. Because Monk, going up in the grand finals, sticking in the lobby with us. See if he has what it is, what he needs to take it.
So my bracket hasn't,
For more crabs.
refreshed here, or we just haven't been entering scores. Let's go ahead and get this
Yeah, they might not have been updating it
updated
themselves.
real quick. So we're going to put, what was it? 3-2. And then this one as well was 3-2.
Yep. You know what's really funny, though? More crabs. He's the guy in winners finals. I'm grand finals winner side right now. And he was seeded number 1 just by chance. Like, we didn't actually seed this tournament.
That is actually, that's not quite right. I did see this just based off of rankings, but not individual LP or anything like that. So this was just pure ranks alone.
Ah, okay. I was not informed of that. I thought we were talking. All right, whatever. Rethan, highest rank. The highest ranked player is the number 1 right now. Does rank mean something?
Let's see, who else was the... See, the thing is, though, Monk Unit was not number 2, or number 3, or number 4. Monk Unit came in number 5, but now he finds himself in the finals. The grand finals.
And remember, this is only the first tournament of the season. This is a huge league. This is not all that matters. Of course, they're making a name for themselves. They're showing what they've got. You know, if you win this tournament, auto-qualify, don't even have to show yourself to anyone else in the rest of the tournaments. But of course, it's nice to get that practice in.
Plus, you got to defend that belt. Come on.
Yeah, seriously. Get first place every tournament. Really show what's up.
Speaking of showing people what's up, we're still sitting on $13 in that donation pool. So go ahead and hit that tiny URL and enter those coupon codes to get your free $1 donation. You don't have to pay it. Matcherino will pay it for you.
More crabs actually with the costume change. I believe he used the black The black and a different alternate as well. All the other times.
So we got a match here against two characters that really, really like to go in and show you some buttons.
As a viewer, I like buttons. Ooh. Really nice mixing up his jump to arc right there. Tries to go for a pick throw.
A lot of these little sit and have a staring contest breaks every now and then.
It's round 1, right? They don't know the opponent well enough yet. These guys did not face off earlier in bracket.
No, I don't think they did. This is not a grudge match finals. This is just the finals.
Round 2.
Reminder that Krabs is sitting on winner side, meaning that Monk Unit has to take 2 sets over him in 6 matches total. Pull this through. We're dashing right into that fireball.
Maybe Monk Unit taking a page out of Pace's book here.
Hey, that's something you gotta do though. You gotta see what other people do to you, see what works, and see if you can adapt it yourself.
And that is one of the big reasons to go to tournaments and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Tools against you means tools that you can use.
Just because somebody doesn't play the same character as you doesn't mean you can't learn something about your game from them.
Mm-hmm.
Final round.
Especially at the beginning, when it's more about the fundamentals, character-specific stuff. And big strategies over nuances.
Yeah, there's kind of a neat gap there. Like when you're very first starting the game, you're going to learn fundamentals from everybody, regardless of the character. And then when you're better at the game, you can kind of learn things about the neutral and the mind game and stuff like that from every player, regardless of character.
Mm-hmm. Monk's close to stun. Does this do it? Alright, nah.
Krabs is showing off those throws, though.
And Monk, of course, Urian has a lot of stun bar on him. Ooh, didn't block the overhead. I think that's the first one we've seen hit this tournament.
Getting pretty close to the wire here.
Nice alpha counter, though. Gets him out of the corner safely. That's what we call a pixel. Put my foot in your C's.
Wins.
You know what I mean? I don't know what I mean.
That just happened.
Same.
Round 1.
Alright, so Monk Unit putting a point up on the board here. He's 1 point towards the 6 he needs to take this tournament.
But now let's see if Krabs has a better idea of what's going on. Then again, Monk does too.
That first round in a best of 5, that's just a scouting exercise.
Wow, Monk already has V-Trigger. I just realized he already lost 2/3 of his health. Didn't even notice.
Bison has that big boy damage.
Quite. Oh, that might hit fast enough, honestly. But not quite.
Whoa, there's their V reversal.
Good timing, too. Right after the V-Trigger activation. Don't have to deal with anything of that. Eats the fireball. Good stuff.
A little bit of
I personally just
change
really
of
like
pace.
that tool from Vice. It's a very interesting one.
Ooh. I feel like this is where the detriment of having the V-Trigger 2 on Urian works there. Is if you can't close it out with that big burst from the V-Trigger 2, he doesn't have that mix-up that the mirrors would give him.
Yeah, and that's safety, right? Like, you just put so much more pressure on the opponent. That
There's
gives you
definitely
more free reign.
There's definitely been a lot of rounds where we see Monk Unit really making good use of that V-Trigger 2 and closing out rounds with it. But I feel like that round specifically, V-Trigger 1 might have worked out a little bit better for him.
Did you see that anti-air from Urian with that pressure kick? Way above his head? That's the stuff you gotta do against Bison. It's like, yeah, it won't always work out. You got it.
Yeah, you can't let Bison just control the skies. Whoa, the double cross-up teleport. Showboating.
Getting the stun from that. That's cool to see.
Drop his stun combo, though. Or maybe he was going for a reset. We don't know.
Definitely. Definitely. But yeah, just like that, he takes game 2 and 1-1.
Bison wins.
So Crab's a third of the way to taking the tournament, and Monk still needs 5 more.
You know what they say. The ruler is I, Lord Bison. Not some nobody spouting nonsense. Cough, cough, Urian, cough, cough. Chops, chops, air to air, throw, play by play, plus, jabs, pressure, whiff the headbutt, nice throw punish. They both threw, so good reads, I guess, but out of range. Getting that Bison pressure on. Urian showing
seems
off
like
his
we're-
superior footsies, though.
We're sitting at a range right here where it seems like they're having trouble getting things started here, but there's definitely a lot of hits trading back and forth.
Well, it seemed like a range where Urian wanted to play footsies and Bison did not, so he just had to play patient, right? He wasn't trying to play against it, he was just trying to block until he could get out of the range.
And get out of it and start his own thing to finish things up.
Taking round 1 with that. I just love Bison V skill. Don't know why. It's very satisfying to me. So simple. So effective.
Well, I mean, everybody likes parries, everybody likes fireballs, and it's both, so...
2 and 1. Getting close to stun here.
Oh, that would have been the time to go for that V reversal.
Definitely. And that might be what's going wrong here with all those stuns. Like, they're just not recognizing it. Not being patient enough and waiting for when they can actually definitively close it out, while the other person's usually panicking to try and get the hit.
I mean, in most competitive games or anything like that, too, it takes a long time to where you can get to that sort of level where you can play the game without kind of obsessing over what you're doing, to where you can start paying attention to those minutiae of, you know, what's going on with the stun bar, what's going on with the other person's V-trigger, stuff like that.
Definitely. It is the last thing you need to focus on. Because it doesn't matter if you have that kind of mind games if you can't play the game as the basics of the game.
Definitely showing us some good neutral here.
Really getting hit by those throws, though. Oof. A little stomp.
Crab's still controlling the air.
Clearly there is a range where Crab is not comfortable in this matchup. And it's a very obvious range, but it's good of him to recognize it. This is a range where Urian has clear and strong footsies at his max range, and Bison just does not.
Ooh, and there's the shimmy
Nice
from
shot.
Bison. You don't see that too often.
And Bison wins.
And good clean jab punish on it, right? All he needed, kept it safe in case the shimmy didn't work and he did not throw.
One more game from Crabs, and we're gonna
Be closing it out for the
finished
day. Yep.
Round 1.
Quick shout out to all our competitors. Thanks for competing. As we get into game 4, up 2-1, Mr. Krabs on winner's side against Monk Unit. I said Mr. Krabs. More Krabs. Hasn't been touched yet, but not too much damage on Monk's side. But he is in the corner already.
It is stacking up already, though.
Nice anti-air. Crush count, no confirm. Darn, that would have been big damage. Everyone knows those chop damages. I believe that got nerfed, actually, though, even with Arcade Edition as well.
Yeah.
I know it got nerfed before.
Doesn't take a lot for this to swing either way with these heavy hitters, though.
Definitely. Back to even health, and Bison in the corner. Playing patient, knows he had the V-trigger to try and punish that, but not quite in time. And as I said, he goes for the risky slide, but nails it. Throw
one more pixel.
Buttons. 1 pixel left, I'ma click buttons. Oof.
And unfortunately, Bison does have that invincible reversal when he's in V-trigger.
Mm-hmm. That was very interesting because that was a range where Krabs is usually very reluctant to press buttons. So Monk tried to go for something and Krabs stuffed him a little bit. Recognizing that the health was low, they really just wanted to close it out. Whatever you get.
That Bison following that fireball in is always scary.
Mm-hmm. I believe he can even move fast enough to get in front of it and throw you before it hits.
Yes, he can. He can also go for that Devil's Reverse or Head Stomp while the fireball's out. And if he's got V-trigger up as well, he can go for the cross-up as well.
See, now that just hurt.
Looks like Monk Unit might be able to put a point on the board here. Oh, might have spoke too soon.
Commentator's curse. His dash is full screen. Of course, far from a bad option while in V-trigger.
V-trigger's almost over. Can he make use of the last bit of it?
Not going to use it, but no need. Right?
Just go for those jabs.
Just throw it out because you have it. Use it when you have a reason to use it.
Oh, is this going to be the chip out? No, this can't do it.
So, not enough. Yep. And that's Mr. Krab. Sorry, more Krabs. Closing it out. 3-1. Running it all the way through winners. Pretty handily.
Just a slight miscalculation on the chip damage, and that's all it took.
Yep. Not quite enough. On a lower health character, that might have been enough. If that was a Kuma with that little bit on the UI, that probably would have chipped out. But not Bison.
Not Bison. He is a solid dictator.
Solid indeed. So more Krabs. He'll be qualifying for our finals. How many tournaments are we doing, Rethan, before the finals?
I believe it's 4, isn't it? I know the dates.
Well, then why don't you tell us when's the next one? What should people be looking forward to?
So we're going to be doing these every other week. So not next weekend, but the weekend after this. We will be doing the next tournament for this series, and that will be on March 11th. So
all right, guys, you heard it. March 11th. Make sure you sign up. I don't believe that the signups are actually up yet. Honestly.
No, those will be announced through the Discord and probably on Reddit and maybe even Twitter when that's ready.
We'll get them up there. Congratulations again to more Krabs taking it first place with his Bison. Second place, we had Monk Unit playing Urian. He's granted 100 points towards the league. We'll have the league standings up later tonight, hopefully, so everyone can keep up to date on that. Third place was Pace's X. With
someone would like to get a rundown of how the points are working this season. I believe you already had that pulled up. If you want to go over the points breakdown.
Yes, first place gets 160 points, but that's kind of irrelevant because you're granted, freeway into the final round anyway. Second place, 100 points. Third, 70. Fourth, 40. And from here on, there's ties. So fifth place, both players are getting 20 points. Seventh place, both players are getting 10 points. And then all the players tied for ninth are getting 5. Everyone tied for 13th, that means top 16, are getting 1 point. Beyond that, sorry, guys, you're not getting anything. But, that's why there's always next tournament. That's why we have so many of these. This is a league. So you get your chances to come back.
If we want to go over this real quick and just get the rundown on the who's who. For some reason that didn't update. I just tried to update it. Let's see.
What do you mean the who's who?
All right, so More Krabs is our first place winner. Second place is Monk Unit. After that, we have Pace's X in third place. I believe.
Yes, Pace's X. Fourth place, Zandu. Fifth, tie by Axio and R. Lee. And then seventh, we got Enter, Sanderman, and Ragmuffin. Funny enough, both of our players to face off against each other in round 1, both getting 7th place. And that'll be our top 8 for this tournament.
And that is, we'll also have point standings will be posted in the Discord as soon as we have a leaderboard drawn up. So that should be happening within the hour.
Nice. Good to see you right on top of that.
And just a final shout out here to anybody who hasn't yet. Matcherino is the sponsor for this tournament. All proceeds are going through them to Child's Play charities to provide games and diversions to sick children that are stuck in the hospital. If you follow our tiny URL at tinyurl.com/NCHNAS4 and enter the coupon code you can see on screen right now on the left there. The current one is TT6A. One per person. You will get $1 free added to the prize pool that's going to Child's Play charity. You do not have to pay $1. This is just a free $1 that you get simply for going and entering the code. On top of that, we also have a lot of merchandise. We have shirts, we have Soylent, a variety of shirts, and all of those, some portion of those proceeds, 100% of it in the case of the Soylent, will be going into the pool that's going to that charity.
And of course, shout out to NCH as the community who's hosting this tournament. Rethan, of course, actually being the tournament organizer for the whole league. And for those of you who don't know, we have this tournament in EU as well, the same league. And we're also having a league right now for Dragon Ball Fighters. We do have tournaments and others, like events for other games as well. Nothing planned at the moment. But of course, join the Discord and you can keep up to date with all of that.
And a definite shout out to everyone who entered. It's not always an easy thing to do. There's definitely performance anxiety there, especially for the newer players. Definitely thank you for coming out. Thank you for competing. It'll only make you a stronger competitor next time.
Definitely.
And great matches to everyone we saw on stream today. I'm sure the rest of them were amazing as well, but we didn't get to see them.
Sadly, but you know, as you come join other tournaments, we'll hopefully get you up here. We can only cast so much, but more chances, the more you enter.
All
So
right.
I think that's it for us, right?
That'll be
Anything
it.
else left to say? Okay.
No, you
We'll
got
be signing
anything?
out then.
Any additional shout-outs?
Shout outs to them fighting herds. That game is way better than you might think it would be.
Yeah, it definitely does look like a solid game. I mean, I'm not part of that fandom or anything, but the few little videos I've seen of it definitely look like they've put together something legitimate there.
Yep. I've been having a lot of fun with it. But anyways, yep. That's it for us, guys.
Fighting Herd did Evo
We'll see you in
win?
a couple weeks. I know, right?
All right. Signing off. Later, everybody.
Peace.